Oh, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, you know what? Nat, you go right ahead. You can have that short rest right about now.
Short rest.
All right, welcome back to Ravnica Unleashed. It sounds to me like the party's opting to take a quick rest. Just as well, I'll let you guys tell the story of what's going on right at the moment and how we got into this fiasco. So, who wants to do the recap?
I don't remember what happened.
You always try that one.
I don't. Okay. I did it last week. Can I be exempt, teacher? Can I be exempt this week?
I'll do it.
I did it last week.
I don't want to be line leader anymore.
Do my own homework this week. Fine. Okay, so last week we had just finished up with an encounter with an unbalanced sort of celestial being that was brought back to a centralized sort of neutrality, and well, then didn't really like being so neutral and took a whole lot of non-neutral actions to get back to its sort of lawful good, chaotic good standing. Well, that's very much meta terms.
What?
But
wait, what? That's what happened?
What?
I may have missed that part.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
Angelic being, it was sundered from its evil half and rejoined.
Oh.
And
wow.
Those
this makes more sense now.
The best chopsticks I've ever seen, and I was trying to be awesome with a recap here, but the lightsabers just killed me.
It's very distracting, in a good way. Also, I love your.
I need one of those so I can do this with it.
Show
I wish I had that skill.
Look at that.
And then I drop it.
That's what happens when you don't take good notes, everyone. Note the DM is doing the review while everybody else is flipping around a pen.
It's been a day.
I would like to note my entire notes for last session. My entire notes for last session are the word Lizrog.
Lizrar, yeah, that sums it up. Because right after we took care of that Electrolux or Electroflux or I don't know what was it called?
Flux Charger.
Flux Charger.
Flux Charger. Yeah.
I do not pretend to be a Ravnica expert or a Magic the Gathering diehard player. I was always a casual player, but I love the lore that is available, and I love that D&D is finally crossing those streams because it creates a whole new sort of steampunk sci-fi world to dive into with a D20, and it's got a whole lot better flavor than some of the other systems out there, in my opinion. So, Flux Charger. Not the flux capacitor crossing the streams. Okay.
I was like, do we cross the streams? I thought that was a bad thing.
We're crossing the streams.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. It worked in that one specific moment in time.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we did cross the streams at some point. It didn't go well.
So, after we fought the Flux Charger, then we did move on throughout the rest of it into the red zone, and sort of went looking for our old friend. I am
friend.
Who's
Friend.
Uzrin?
Look like cough medicine. Friend. It is that season. Uzrin.
There we go.
I'm pulling it. Like my notes are not in front of me right now, guys. So please forgive me. So Uzrin was captured at some point throughout the. Well, actually, it happened when you guys were in the green zone. And when you came back out, you found the footprints. So when you went looking for him in the red zone, you came across a few strange critters, some cacklers, much like Chort, and a few other sort of crystalline beings. I believe they're ice weirds.
Galvanized weirds, I thought.
Galvanized.
It was Galvan.
Galvanic.
It was Galvan
Weird.
Ice. They were Galvan Ice weirds.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nice.
Fancy.
Matt did that.
Don't credit him. That was terrible. It wasn't even.
No, that's what they're actually called. That's what they're called.
Oh, I thought.
No, this is real.
It needs to be delivered with pizzazz at least. And like, no, that's just what they are.
Galvanize.
Oh, there they are.
Yep.
The Gazette make weird things.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So after you guys were able to defeat them, you pull Uzrin down from the chain on the hook and everything. He was suspended over this massive vat of liquid magic, you suspect. And Cyrus had flashbacks to his reforming process.
Yes.
Transmogrification.
Oh, that's right. Cyrus lost his mustache last week. Son of a... I totally forgot.
What kind of process expected you to save?
All right,
How
so
did you
Joel,
forget that?
now is the part where you do your live cosplay costume and shave the beard.
Shave it, shave it, shave it.
You take that back.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
Don't you dare shave that beard. It is far too glorious.
Thank you.
It is
Part
glorious.
of me now.
I think it always was.
Gosh.
That's the inner beard show. I had to pull my back because it was not up to snuff. It did not compare. So I had to just draw my beard a little.
Mine's getting too long.
Can't relate.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it? Night where you are or something?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm in Britain. I'm all
Weirdly enough.
Wait, Jimmy, you mean that's a ring light in front of you?
No, I've got my giant PC. Like, giant
I
screen.
literally, this entire time we have been streaming, I thought that's like the daylight coming into your...
No, that is just...
That's behind
that-
you?
That's the darkness of nighttime in Britain.
No. You're lying. There's no way you thought that.
I'm very stupid.
What did you
I'm a
think?
barbarian in real life, you guys. I've got 2
nat
brain
one
cells. I thought y'all knew
perception
that.
Wow.
God, I'm so stupid.
Time zones are weird.
Anyways.
Yo.
How good your perception is, you can always roll a 1.
That's.
I just focused so much on Jimmy's face.
Ah.
It is very focusable.
There, I recovered. Am I good now?
There we go. Rectified.
Nailed it.
Okay. So, you were all sort of huddled around looking for a way of getting into this pit, just draining the vat, and suddenly Uzrin, who is going to jump in there anyways, and you'd already held him up, and then there was the brilliant idea that Malachar was going to dive in and get the ring
Someone
off
has
the
to.
body. I mean, if somebody's going to do it, I mean...
Might as well be the guy with fire resistance and arcane ward, but apparently Uzrin just wanted to steal my thunder.
I'm sure Cyrus would 100% agree that you're definitely the guy that should be going down there. Oh, no, wait, that's right. You guys shared a drink, so now you're your friend.
Yeah.
They kissed.
Absolutely. We kissed. It was cute.
Somebody gift that, Jimmy. Okay, so Uzrin dives in and to fetch it at the bottom, and he fails his save and immediately begins transmogrifying into a randomly created character that the DM totally had no intention of pulling out on you guys at this point at all. In fact, it just
Totally
moved
by
past
chance.
that roll that happened off screen.
Uh-huh.
I see. Yes. Okay.
You know how off guard you caught me when I tried to narrate him diving in there and you stopped me? What are you?
You're welcome.
It was probably for Malachar's best. I
Yeah,
didn't
maybe.
sleep last night. I'm not thinking. He's not
It's
making good
true.
decisions today.
It's worth noting, by the way, when I was screaming at you during that part, my grandfather the next morning was like, "Is everything okay? I heard a lot of noise going on upstairs. Are you sure it's okay?" And I was like, "It's just D&D. I was getting into character. Everything's fine." You don't need to worry about me.
Makes me so happy.
I love that we can say
So
you don't need to worry about me, and it's just D&D in the same sentence. I love that so much. When I was a kid, you could not do that.
2019.
You're going to hell.
Much better age.
Oh, from the generation that brought you, what was that? Mazes and Monsters?
Mazes and Monsters.
Tom Hanks,
Oh,
Dungeons and
yeah.
Dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an atrocity.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
So, before your
Ravnica.
very eyes, this small goblin individual, engineer kind of guy, dives into the pool of molten magma. I don't know. What do we call it?
Molten magma.
Magma sounds good.
Not magma.
Yeah.
It's magma now. You can't change it.
Yeah.
Unchanged. I don't think you do
Corey.
that one.
Corey, I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah,
Get used
couldn't
to
have
it,
thought
buddy.
of that. Okay, so as he dives in, you see that he gets all the way to the bottom and he grabs the ring in his hand and he puts it in his mouth and begins swimming back towards the surface like he's going to, you put things in your mouth when you're swimming so you don't drop them, right? And he starts swimming back to the surface, but you don't do that, Nat? Okay, I'm weird.
Definitely no ulterior motives involved.
Okay, so swimming back to the surface, he begins growing larger and larger, a little bit unrelative to the proportion under which he is approaching you. So he begins scaling up quite sizably. The pit, the pool actually begins overflowing, but luckily there are vents around the sides and grates that capture the excess liquid magma. And as it's coming back, he's coming to the surface. The giant lizard-like being, which is a Category 2 Crassus, Cyrus, you would know.
Absolutely.
The size category is, well, it's a Simic thing. And the category is based on the size of it. So being when it breaks the surface, you can tell that it is a large monstrosity, that it is a Category 2 Crassus.
Cyrus. By God, it's a Category 2. Board up, everybody. Batten down the hatches.
Well, is it one of those things where lower is worse or higher is worse?
Well, higher is actually worse, but this is a 2, so it's bigger than a 1. I know I'm not the smartest, but I think I got that one right.
I mean, it is still bigger than any of us. That is for sure. One way or the other.
Yeah.
Now, who thinks it's friendly? I want to go talk to it.
want to ride it.
Hello! Does it wave back?
Actually, as it comes climbing out of the pool, it does not take any hostile actions immediately.
Ah,
Oh,
good.
well, hey, you're a little changed there, buddy. You want to hand over the ring there? I think it's in your mouth.
And spits the ring. And, well, actually, you already found the tiara and the small stone, so they are not with it. But they just sort of clatter across the floor. And
Oh, thank you. You feel okay?
Small.
Mage hand that
I'm not
ring.
your mother.
Just mage hand.
Mage hand.
Oh, so you have the key now?
I hope so.
Just in case. Mage hand.
Well, buddy, you're not really small anymore. You're kind of big now. I don't think your shoes are gonna fit anymore. But you know. Look at you, new goose.
His clothes appear to be nowhere in sight.
Oh,
Makes sense.
Good.
we should
Does he
probably
match
get you
Melvin's
something.
area?
We should probably get you something to cover. I think I have something in my pack here. How about this bedroll will do. Here we go. We'll just wrap this right around you, buddy. Okay.
Krov's like looking at the
Yo.
ceiling, like.
Katrin will go ahead and wrap the bedroll and try to make like a loincloth kind of thing. What was that?
Ooh, nothing to see here. Reptilian.
You know, it makes her feel better. It makes everybody feel better, I think.
It's like a shock blanket or something.
I always feel more comfortable when animals are wearing clothes. They just feel more safe.
I don't say he's not an animal. That is Usrin. He just looks a little different now, I guess. No need to be rude.
You know, sometimes they just don't treat.
Wait, is this what they call puberty? I've heard the goblins talk about it. Does this happen to all of
You
us?
know, at a certain point in your life, Katrin will start on the puberty conversation if anybody doesn't stop her. I'm not going to go into it, but Katrin will start.
Okay.
Strum, how old are you?
I forgot.
That's a very strong thing to do.
Uh-huh.
Like that many, I think.
Oh.
Baby boy.
Well, if anybody else is okay, I think we can leave now, and I'm just gonna start backing away towards the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pick up my
Krov's going with
little devil
Malcar, like,
baby.
alright.
Yeah, I'm
Pick up
sure
my
that we
demon baby,
can.
put it on my shoulder. Just
Demon
The
baby.
jaws crack open, and this belching, croaking sound comes out. Hungry.
No, let's
faster,
go, guys.
please.
Let's go.
Well, come on up. We will find somebody to fix you back, and we can all go and, get something to eat and some drinks. But let's go. Come on. I want to see the sky.
It's a good plan.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are making your way towards the door, and Uzran makes
Go.
an effort to follow, but bumps his shoulders into the ceiling and is not able to follow you through the smaller tunnel.
That's fine with me. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
That's too bad.
Yeah, bummer.
Oh, such a
We will
shame.
mention your presence to the people on the surface, and if they deign to save you, good on them.
Who's like your supervisor or somebody? We can go and, let them know at the closest
Well-
juncture or whatever, and somebody will come
Well,
down.
He did mention that his supervisor was deceased due to the things down here.
Well, that's supervisors, and I don't know. These other guilds have all of these, hierarchy things. I don't.
Slesny doesn't.
Not in the same way. We have the Vault Soul.
That sounds
Anybody
like a
else
great
just
substitution
speaks
for an
with the voice
organizational
of the
system.
Vault Soul. Yeah, I mean, when you can speak with all of the other communities throughout the entire plane, it is pretty efficient, yeah.
Oh, well, I just remembered that I have something that might help. I can
You
make
wanna
him
go back?
smaller.
For how long?
About an hour.
Okay.
We'll get us out.
But then he can follow us and eat us if he gets hungry.
Yeah.
I can cast it again.
How small are we talking?
Well, how long will it take us to get out? If we, run real fast and he comes with us, we can get him out above to somebody who can fix it, I bet.
We probably have to attune to this quite slimy ring.
Well, it'll make him about a, if it,
Like smaller than a house cat or bigger than a bread box?
well, bigger than a bread box, of course.
Those are
But I mean,
units of measurement.
The size of a refrigerator. Or...
Well, okay.
What's a
Question,
refrigerator?
What is the size category of this creature that we're talking about currently?
A large monstrosity.
Okay, well, I can make him like my size-ish.
It's
Maybe
it's
a little
T-Rex.
smaller.
T-Rex size?
Well,
I can.
geez.
It shrinks it. Hold on, let's put it in the thing. Where
It shrinks
is
every dimension by half,
the
right?
effect? Yeah. No. It shrinks by half. So it would make him
Like
a
a toy
medium creature.
T-Rex.
He would be a medium. He'd be a
Yeah.
raptor monster. Raptors are
yeah,
totally
so he'd-
dumb.
Yeah. He'd be about my size, maybe a bit smaller probably.
Cyrus, you're the one to know
Yeah.
about this. Is this thing liable to like eat us if it doesn't get fed?
DM,
This
is
is
this
a
thing
person.
liable to eat us? I figured as much. Being a Category 2 monstrosity, I believe that yes, this thing will eat us. Friend, former friend, or no.
Unaligned means no moral qualms.
All right, so let's go find someplace to hole up and attune to a ring.
Okay,
Thousand,
well,
yeah.
you just stay here, buddy. We'll come back for you.
Yeah,
You sort
I'll
of,
pull out any like
Down with his
rations.
head in the hallway.
I'm gonna pull out any rations that I have and like toss them out like towards where he is, so he can eat something.
He's
you're
doing
going to
the
train
dog
him.
thing where he like got his head up on the side. He's like, "Rah, rah." And he starts going. And he looks
Truly
like
revolting.
very disappointed as you go walking down the hallway. It gives
We
you
have
those
to send help.
cold lizard eyes.
I do not like this, just leaving him like that.
Oh, well, I think he can take care of himself.
But he must be so
think-
freaked out and scared.
I mean,
Well, yeah.
aren't we all?
Not really.
I mean, I kind of am a little bit. I want to get out of here.
Taneva, I haven't seen the sun in like 3 or 4 days. I've lost track of how many days since I've seen the sun. It feels like it's been weeks.
What a
and
day.
months.
I forgot what a day is.
Well, me too, and I also really would like to feel, the sun again and see some plants and trees, and that would be lovely, but I still don't like the idea of just leaving him alone in the darkness by himself like this.
It'll be
I'm not saying we
temporary.
necessarily have
Probably.
another option, but I just don't like it.
I mean, we can always come back down after a few days of sun.
Well,
But we will
I
send
mean,
help no matter what.
yeah.
We need to beach
At the
episode.
very least, we need to report back, right?
I'm sure that somebody would be able to do some kind of magic that can fix him. I have seen people do some amazing things in, my time, and I think this is something probably someone can fix. I don't know. Cyrus, do you know?
Well, maybe. Magic is a fickle thing, and even more so, Simic-style magic. Sometimes he looks down at his feet. Sometimes the changes are permanent.
Oh.
Well, at least then somebody will be able to work on getting him out somewhere safely where, he can get all of the food and stuff that he needs.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
we just let
definitely.
someone a little higher up on the collective food chain know about the problem down here, that the rest of the place has been fixed up just fine, and I think I might need to report back to my Simic leaders and figure out why our technology is down there. I'm a little bit worried about that whole thing.
DM, just to make sure that I do in fact have to waste an hour longer down here. Do I know for a fact this thing takes attunement?
How many items are you attuned to?
2. So I have room for a third.
Okay. What the? Okay. Crap. My little Fantasy Grounds pin has. Oh, there it is. It was hiding.
My avocado.
Okay.
Never have you ever
Tragedy
sounded
strikes.
more white. Curses. I dropped
Luckily,
my-
it fell onto my other avocado toast.
I'm gonna say a good way to sound less white is to hate avocado.
Turns out, it's delicious. Dang it! All right.
Hey, I'm not opposed to some guacamole. I like me some avocado. It's good.
Free
It's
Shibaka.
just funny.
All right, just real quick. Which rings do we have right now?
Which one does Nat have, or everyone?
So I have Ring of Protection and a Ring of Fire Resistance. The Fire Resistance opens the red zone. Neva has a Ring of
Fight.
Radiant resistance.
Yeah, Radiant Resistance. Krab has a Ring of Water Walking. Cyrus has a Ring of Poison Resistance. I don't remember if Strum or Katrun have rings.
Drum doesn't, but Katrun has the mind one. Remember?
Shielding.
She has Ringo.
Mind Shielding, yeah. Ringo.
Yes.
Strum ain't got no rings. he just has Dave. Dave is his only magic item.
Dave is pretty cool.
That's the
Dave is pretty cool.
He's pretty cool.
I'm not complaining. Actually, no, I did have the Izzard ring. Actually, I had the
The
not the
Demir
Izzard
Signet
ring.
ring.
The Demir ring. That's the one I had. But I don't think that did anything. It was just a signet
It's
ring.
just a ring.
I tried to identify it and it wasn't special.
Or so you say.
Oh, actually, no, I don't have that anymore. I did throw it away. I didn't like it
Did
anymore.
you?
Yeah, I threw it
Dang it.
in when we woke
Dang
up, and I was just like, I don't like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if it was a signet, if it was an actual Demir signet, Malachor would have been all over that thing.
Yes, it is. You do find it is a delicately made gold ring with a jet setting.
Ooh.
Let's
Can I like
sell
roll an
it.
Arcana check to attempt to think that it is special? Or do you want me to spend an hour with it?
You could take your pick. It's a short rest or it's Arcana. Yeah, roll an Arcana.
24. 24 Arcana.
Yeah, you're able to tell that 24 that is a ridiculously good roll. You are able to tell that you've seen actually several of this almost similar exact manufacture, like they're being pumped out there for specific workers in the Azet. This is a ring of necrotic resistance.
Okay.
It's usually used by people with that is a the image.
The
When do
image
you move
changed
the
to like
image over the chat?
Oh yeah.
Poor guy running with it.
The guy running from the class 2 Crassus.
Yeah, he's like, ah.
Category 2 Crassus. Okay.
Yeah.
And I will just drop this onto. Who's going to get it? Who's going to attune to it?
I think we give it to our resident spore lady.
Mm.
That seems on brand.
I agree.
Oh well, it is really pretty. Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. So, Katrina, are you going to attune to it? Are you guys going to
Yeah.
take it? Perfect. Okay, so you guys sort of camp up in the control room. Everything seems to be reading out good right now, and take a short rest where you are able to identify the ring of necrotic resistance, which I will put into Gertrude's backpack. But there are two other items which draw your attention, Matt, while she is attuning to that. There is the tiara and the small prism.
Okay, I got a 15 trying to identify the tiara and a 28 on the prism.
Jeez, man.
I have a plus 10 to Arcana. I'm good at it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're sort of good at it, I guess.
For the 28, for the small prism, it's shaped like it's just a little hexahedral pillar, but it's dusty rose colored stone and highly polished, very nice carving on it, and it's it appears to be very light in your hand. You expect it to be heavier. You get the impression you've heard of these, that this is something very rare. You've heard of it. Goes all the way back to your studies and back in wizarding school. Where did your character go to wizarding school?
I went through the Azorius training.
Okay,
Originally.
so that was specific.
Oh yeah.
It's the guild training. Okay, so no longer you're paying off a debt. I see. No wonder you're so loyal. Sorry, that was
Wow.
okay.
All right.
Spilling over there.
Oh,
Okay,
man, flip it.
so that was okay.
You weren't
That's
expecting
good.
that, were you?
No, I was not. Okay, so it is a wondrous item. It is an ion stone. It is an ion stone of protection, armor class +1.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The guy with infinite hit points picking up the stone of
I
protection. It's
definitely,
fine.
I have a
Use
ring
it.
of protection. I'm definitely not the one using the ion
That's
stone
okay.
of protection.
You can't have two life bonuses anyways, so. that wouldn't
Actually, those ones
stack.
do stack because in 5e the rule is just different named items, but it'd be kind of a
Oh, is
waste.
it really?
Yeah,
That is so weird.
yeah. You can have a cloak of protection, ring of protection, and ion stone of protection all at the same time.
Well, hand it over
Oh my
here then,
God.
I guess.
My min-maxing mind just went for a loop. So,
I mean, they all take attunement though, so that's all. That would be all your attunement slots for +3 AC.
yeah. I can think of some people that would really benefit from that. Okay. Okay, the other item is not really all that hard to identify. This is more of a tool than a weapon. It's a circlet of blasting. It's a small gold circlet, stylized sun symbol set in a large cut stone in its center. It casts Scorching Ray when you say its command word. Let's see. Once a day.
And
Oh,
that
wow.
one notably does not take attunement. Jimmy didn't freeze, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's stuck there.
I saw him prep for
Oh.
it too. He was like,
That's amazing.
"Oh, Jimmy." Jimmy. No, you guys.
Deep Jimmy, deep Jimmy, deep Jimmy.
Deep Jimmy, deep Jimmy. Oh, I'm praying.
All right.
Oh, please.
All right.
Please.
So, Alucard, it's going to. All right. So this thing will float around your head and help you be more harder to strike. And the other one, as he jumps up and pokes the tiara on top of Krov's head, will let you shoot fire out of it once per day.
What?
But you won't be. But Krov, you won't be able to do that if you're really angry, because that keeps you from concentrating on stuff like that. So someone else should probably hang on to it.
Yeah,
Does-
Crab will take it off.
That sounds
And
like
hand it-
something a little bard might enjoy.
Yeah, I hear that he's not.
I
Not
keep
speaking
looking
up
up
about
at him.
I think he. I poked Strum in the forehead. I think he's blacked out from excitement.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
setting stuff
no.
on
That's
fire is
really-
right up his alley. It's weird though.
You
that
know-
he's catatonic.
My mother always said if you make a face like that, it'll stick. So I bet that's what happened.
It's a good day. The jokes are flowing.
Yeah,
The
this
puns
is
are strong.
This is a
Yeah.
good time
Happy.
We
today,
didn't
you
die
guys.
to a Lizrog. It's a
I
good
needed
day.
this.
Yet we didn't die to one yet. All right, I'm
Hey,
fully
he can't
expecting
get out
this
of the
thing
room
to.
without my help.
Yet he hasn't figured it out yet. There
So
are
yeah,
a lot of
Crab's
large
most
spaces.
definitely gonna
in
let
this
that.
place.
She's gonna let that tiara go to the little goblin man.
Put it on.
Just put it on.
He's attuning. All right, he's just very quiet, concentrating on his
attuning.
attunement of the
Actually, it
tiara.
doesn't take attunement.
Oh, never mind.
Oh.
He's attuned.
He thinks he's attuning. You don't know. Maybe there was a cursed item. Maybe there's a demonic war going on in his head right now as he's fighting off the alien intellect of a Balrog.
Oh no!
Krav
Malak-
thought is this is why I don't deal with magic. This kind of stuff.
Fair enough. Malachar is gonna walk up to Seneva and hold out the Iron Stone of Protection. Say, think you should have this.
Is this for me?
I already put it on Runaway Robot.
No,
Oh, did-
I am stacked out on attunement stuff. I physically cannot have anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you've
got
got
too many
3
blades.
already. Snap.
I've got too many blades and I've got some armor. I'm tapped out. Don't
Oh.
hand anything.
Well, I mean, this,
You definitely.
if you think this would be best for me, I mean, it would be very good for when I get nice and close to people to, help and hit them. So, if you think this is the best idea,
Yes, I do.
take it.
Just
Okay,
spend
well,
some
thank you.
time focusing on it, and then it should just start floating around you. It'll be really cool and stuff.
Oh, that sounds amazing, like a little sun! And I'll just plop down and start attuning.
Oh, and the color matches you great too. It's a
She'll
nice
have a-
pink.
She'll have a planet orbiting the sun.
Oh.
Cause
I got this. So once you, I have a plan, but I can't say it yet.
I can't say it yet.
Can we attune now, Corey? So I can do my dump.
Yeah. We are done with the attunement process. You are in the operations room, and you have attuned to the items and got a short rest. If anybody needs to recover any hit points, now is a good time to do so. If they have,
Well, when it starts floating around Sneva, I'm gonna cast light on the Ion Stone.
No! That is so lovely! Oh, look at it! Oh,
I mean, well, I only
Some
get this.
interesting shadows.
I just get this idea of when you go to the eye doctor and they do that thing with the light across your eyes. It's just like every time it goes around, it's just like blinding her immediately.
Oh, this is really lovely. I love it so much.
Like eyes are just super dilating over and over again. Just like
I don't have dark vision for the rest of the time light is on it.
It's ruined. It's ruined.
All right.
something's wrong with this
Malachar-
I've got green streaks in my eyes. Now you're saying?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, perfect. Short heals up a little bit. Perfect. So you make your way back over to the exit, to the little sort of elevator area that you came down in, and the door is still locked.
I get really close to it.
Jimmy?
Okay.
Jimmy?
Do I talk?
No!
Ah.
I just
No
want
deep,
to
Jimmy.
Foiled again! Haha! My plan all along!
No.
Curse
You
your
should
functioning
have-
equipment.
Right.
We need like hide Jimmy now.
Hello
We put him on the spot.
Oh, I don't like that.
You got a circlet of Scorching Ray while you were gone.
Oh, I
I
did.
dropped-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It lets you cast Scorching Ray once per day, does not take attunement. It does it with like a plus something to attack. I don't actually have that part memorized.
Does this mean that Strum is also wearing a pretty tiara now too?
Does
Yes.
there's
Okay,
nothing
I'm into it. I'm into it. Down the gender roles.
fire
I like
out of
the
your
way.
forehead.
I mean, really, if
Yeah.
anybody tries to insult you, you can literally shoot fire from the tiara that they're trying to make fun of.
And let's
I
I'm
really
in.
don't. Who wins
I
there?
love
very
it.
large limitation of wearing headpieces with a mohawk and a tiara is not on that list. So you can
You'll
wear a
be
tiara.
fine.
Alright, so point of order. Is
yeah.
it like a tiara? Is it a tiara like Krav? Like the Rachel? Be like
Rachel?
up on top?
Bravo.
Cassie.
Cassie.
Whatever. I'm bad at names and words sometimes. Bravo. Is
It's
it like
hard on
that
the
when it's on
internet.
top of the
Maybe I
is
was
it a
Rachel
circlet
once.
where it like is across
It's a
the
circle.
forehead? This is important.
It's a circle.
This is important.
Oh,
Okay.
circlet works just fine. Yeah, I think it looks lovely,
Well, I
sir.
mean, they're the same thing, okay? It's just a matter of where you wear it.
Well, I
You
will
do
punch
across the
anybody
forehead.
who makes fun of it, so.
I don't think the door's opening, guys.
As you all approach, the door does open, actually. It goes in parts in the presence of all 5 rings.
Woo.
That's
Ah.
perfect.
Love
It's
that.
perfect, Crop. Now you just need to hand it to Jimmy.
Yeah, see? You fit a mohawk in it just like this. See?
I'll just reach
Oh,
the
yeah,
That is
here you
next
go.
screen.
responded.
Oh, hold on.
Wait,
Let
just
me
one
over here. Just pass it.
Here, yeah,
All right.
okay.
All right.
it?
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And then,
yeah.
and then Jimmy over here. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Oh, I got lost
Oh.
in the wood. Oh.
I definitely passed it to you though.
never mind.
Not my fault you didn't get it.
Ugh.
You guys
We are
would have been
such a
able to
hoot,
pull
you
that off.
guys.
It would have been amazing.
That would have been really cool.
Put in literal magic, guys.
I just wish I had some kind of tiara prop. I don't own anything like that.
I know, right?
I've got
Ooh,
everything
tiara.
else, just not a
It's
tiara.
okay. I don't have any hovering prisms, so.
I'm gonna order one for next week.
Okay.
I will order a tiara.
That's
So
right.
we have to
Let's
do that bit again
do a
next week?
cosplay
Okay.
Now.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Okay.
Rob
you
is
make
like
your way-
fast walking. It's like she's clip clopping, like ready to get the heck out of here.
you guys climb your way back to these sewers and up into a familiar territory, back over to the bottom of the chasm, and eventually, after about an hour or two of walking, almost 2 hours worth of walking, you find yourselves in the market.
Mm.
The
Oh.
sun
Oh,
is shining down upon you.
Oh, jeez.
Unseasonably warm,
Ah.
actually.
I put my demon baby in my backpack.
Demon baby
Your
Bjorn?
demon baby struggles and fight with every attempt.
Shut up. Stop.
They're
Prob, like-
sniping and fighting.
Croft stretches and you can hear all of her like bones like crack, 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 crack. She like goes to touch down her toes. She feels good.
Wait,
Ugh.
she had toes? Man.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Oh no!
Too late, skaters. Centaurs have
One
toes now.
toe, technically.
So,
Oh,
called a
this is
hoof
so
usually.
lovely. What time is it?
It's about 10:30, 11. It's definitely before noon. The chill is still in the air, but it's not gone. It's not quite warm yet.
Okay,
Malachi
well, we
has a
should
sense of
probably go
addiction.
find our contacts or something.
Okay, I need to feed my cat. Guys, I'll be back.
Should-
And he's gonna take off.
Wait, you got it.
You have a cat?
I like cats.
I want to meet it.
Well,
What's its
We
name?
all after him.
Just Scooby style, like chasing after him.
the cat.
Y'all
Crob's eyes linger
happens when
on a
you-
cavern.
Oh no!
You should have used a better excuse than a cat.
I should. I should.
There's only two Celestia here, I mean.
And Strum is just excitable to meet new creatures, so Strum is also following with.
should have winked before
Malik-
you ran off.
If I get any kind of distance, I'm going to cast Find Familiar and summon a cat familiar.
Okay.
Isn't that an
I actually
hour-long ritual?
Oh, 10
shit,
minutes, I
is it?
think. Yeah, it's 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's 10 minutes.
Ah,
Yeah.
shit.
Malachi, what are you doing?
Okay, then I guess I run off, cast invisibility, and disappear.
So feel like come
Not
around
as-
the corner
it's
and
not
I
as
just
fun.
like stop.
This guy.
And everyone hits me.
It's not as fun, but it is effective.
We lost him again! Well, I mean, I guess at least he probably won't get eaten by Crawl out here.
But he
You
might
know,
get
he
eaten
should
by
have been
that
a
cat.
rogue.
So maybe just like that Cyrus hears that. It's not anybody's feelings.
What? Hang on, what?
Let's
Sorry,
go get breakfast!
I need a breakfast ale. Let's get breakfast ale.
Yeah, no, I'm in.
Yeah.
And a bath. A bath
Wait.
and a clothes washer and yeah.
Breakfast
I
ale,
got-
a breakfast ale, breakfast ale. for
Where
everyone.
are we? Could we get back to what was it? The Boros Brew, that tavern where I think that was where we left that centaur that we met, and we can tell them everything that we have seen, and maybe they will know
Are
who
we-
could help Usrin.
But you really think they're gonna be able to help? I mean,
They might know somebody.
I feel like our guild contacts are probably a little bit better positioned to help
Oh, yeah.
Uzrin out rather
yeah, that
than
makes
someone
much
who
more sense.
tends a bar. I'm just saying. I'm not saying they don't know. I'm just saying we have an avenue. That
How
might serve
classist of
better.
you, Cyrus.
You know,
How
as a
dare you?
victim, as a victim of the classist society we live in, yes, it's blatant.
This whole conversation, Prob is taking like little like inching steps away towards the tavern, slowly, and looking at them like, it's
Are we
time
going?
to go.
Katrin
take
sees
a
this,
drink."
and she'll like,
Yeah.
come on, let's go. She'll start hurting everybody.
All
Yeah, no,
right.
I'm.
Ale,
Oh, and hot meal with fresh food. Oh, that sounds amazing. I'll like skip off with everybody with my little spinning stone.
Strum is just screaming up breakfast ale at this point. He's excited.
Man, it's good to be outside again. This is wonderful. Flip flops, slap, 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 slap. And it's kinda like down the road.
Flip-flop,
I want to see a
flip-flop,
12-second
flip-flop.
flip-flop.
Yeah, flip flops, man.
You know
Slaps
what?
them, slaps them,
Actually, I take that back.
I like the rhythm. I like the rhythm of the slaps along with like dun 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 dun.
And then every once in a while you hear a staff tap. We're a roving band and we're not even trying.
Breakfast.
Wow, that's
I'm trying out some new things.
it's a little
Kinda
heavy,
like
but
bangs her head to it a little bit. She likes it.
I've covered all spectrums of music at this point.
It would be good for like training to like listen to while I train. Yeah.
Suddenly, this circlet of blasting goes off.
Yeah, I like that.
Pyrotechnics all around.
I'm in.
That's a spell
Okay.
that Strum needs. Pyrotechnics.
Oh, I considered it.
You
Right,
should have it! Why doesn't he have it?
So I went for
So,
the thunderstorm instead. They're both metal.
I
They're
have
both
come
pretty
up
metal.
with.
Alright.
I have come up with a new stupid plan.
Okay.
After I do my thing, informing one of my guild contacts of important details, I'm going to cast Flock of Familiars, which is a 1 minute casting time, and summon 3 extra cats.
that's a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh my
That's a
god,
spell.
yes.
Where is that?
It's so it
gonna be
came out in
hurting
the lost. It came out in the Lost Laboratory of Qualish adventure for Extra Life, and there's like 3 extra spells in it, and one of them summons additional familiars.
That's
Oh my
amazing.
God. I love that.
That is absolutely terrible.
That's fantastic.
So are you gonna bring
Yeah.
your cats to meet your friends now? Because that would be a
Yes.
fantastic.
Yes.
I can't wait to meet your fake
So-
cats.
They have names too.
Oh god.
They got names.
I'm so excited.
Is it?
Sunuva's excited, but they don't know.
As is Strum.
So just tell me when I can show up, DM.
Yeah, perfect. I will do so. So the rest of you are on your way to get breakfast ale at the Boros Brew House, correct?
Yes.
Or the nearest tavern, I guess. I don't know how far we were from it. Depends on where we are.
You would like to go into a nearer tavern.
Probably going to the first one we come to.
Yeah. If there's anything.
Yeah,
I don't think
following
that
Croft.
will hold out.
Yeah.
Which one smells like it has bacon? That one.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fun.
I want a fat turkey leg, dude.
Oh.
Breakfast
I'll turn
turkey
into
leg.
some meat.
Something that smells like they've been smoking meat for a while, or something like that, and just like head that.
Breakfast
direction.
ale and jerky.
As you're making your way through the smelting quarter, you do actually come across a smokehouse that is a little bit more on the rundown side, but the meat smells. It smells very tender, like the crusty bits are the jewels of the fall off the bones kind of roast that you get at these kind of places, and you make your way and you sit down, and the waiter comes over and he says, what'll it be?
Breakfast
bacon.
ales and meat. Lots of breakfast meat. Turkey leg.
whole plate of meat.
I'll just.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
you have
what's
some
up.
like fruits.
that's-
Some
I
fruits
hope
would
that's
be
what you're looking
beautiful.
for. And this human fellow comes back. You see as he makes his way into the back room that he's got these massive tattoos all over his back and shoulders. He comes back with this whole heaping platter of steaming meats, and he just kind of drops on the table.
Strum just grabs one.
That you pay up front.
I slam down just like a few gold.
Just gold pieces? Oh,
Yeah, just
geez.
gold.
They disappear faster than the meat into Strum's gob.
Well, looks like Strum paid for it all. Thanks, buddy. And take a swig and just start
Krav
getting
is
into it.
not gonna stop. She's gonna just down that whole ale. She's gonna just
I
go
get
until
that.
it's gone,
Nice
slam
dark
it down on the table, and wants another.
That was
Uh,
impressive.
Catra
I
just
think
pushed
for
the
the-
one that was in front of her. Straight to Krav.
As Croft slams it back on the table, it sloshes a little bit as she looks down and it's already full again.
Ooh.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Chug, 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 chug. Boom. Does it fill up?
It does.
Yeah!
Oh, this is the best bar.
Part where we find out we're in a dream again.
Yeah. Don't take this from me. Oh,
He's
my
already
gosh.
mustacheless.
Oh God, that's right.
There is, this is the only corner, and there is a ghost of a mustache across his mustache.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Cyrus,
Oh.
for the first time in a long time, actually feels liquid touch his upper lip. It's odd. It's been a long time, and it feels weird, and he doesn't like it.
Aww.
And it's a beer stash. What's not to like?
No. Not the same. Not the same.
Krav's gonna have
Oh,
another.
Yeah, Strum is
Strum drinks
knocking
a
them
lot.
back as well.
Some of us drinking like timidly and just
We're
kind of like,
goblins. It's what we do.
but they drink it anyway. They're not really into it, but they have some.
As you're looking around, you're noticing you're not the only ones to be partaking, and everybody else is in one state or another of comatose overindulgence.
Man, this early in the morning, I do love this place. This is fantastic. Man,
Yeah.
I've heard of this thing a couple districts over. They call it brunch. Do you think this is one of them brunch places? Because I hear they have never-ending alcohol and never-ending food. And
Oi,
man,
oi.
that sounds real good.
I've also heard of this newspaper called Zelp, and you give a place 5 stars. I think this place needs 5 stars.
At least, at
If you
least.
like take a bunch of the meat off of the plate, does the meat refill on the plate?
Let's
Not
find out.
noticeably, but when you look back after pulling it off, the plate does not seem to be anything emptier.
Well, all right. I guess
I
not
want
everything
to
can
live
refill.
here.
No, it does not appear to
Krav
be
is gonna
any
go
emptier.
after a big like turkey
it
leg
is
and just like
refilling.
tear
It
into
is
Yeah,
Oh, it is refilling.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Well,
What's
this place is
place called?
fantastic. Yeah, what's the name?
I like looking around for like
Let's
signs
buy
or
this
something.
place. Let's buy it. I want to live here.
Firm zone.
Let's call it the firm zone.
First zone.
Always funny intro music. The firm zone buys a bar.
This is the notorious nightclub.
Wait,
What? Wait.
What?
I'm not joking. I'm
Hey,
not
okay.
joking.
night with a
I'm not-
K.
I'm not joking.
Oh my
Notorious nightclub.
Oh wow, there it is.
What?
That's amazing.
Corey, I do need
I love
a
it.
little point order. Is it actually morning?
Why wouldn't it be morning?
Because we came out of the ground and might not know.
That's true.
I asked.
That's true.
Okay, I
Two
missed.
characters, it's definitely 10:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Listeners are not always perfect. It didn't really answer your question, did it?
Oh, Krav wants to be drunk as hell right now at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cyrus.
yeah.
After a couple back, Cyrus goes, "I'm a hit the head. I'm gonna take a leak. I'll be right back."
Oh, Cyrus is going to be the first to break the seal. All right, I need a constitution check for those of you who are chugging.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Get lit, baby!
Oh boy, my can is just just a straight roll. Oh!
Oh my
Uh,
god!
This is just it's like drinking water. It's like
I
water.
just fucking try to knock him
There you
down.
go.
Crum's also remarkably unfazed.
I'm keep
Cyrus
going.
apparently
Keep
off
going,
his
baby.
tip.
Let's go, Crop. Woo woo.
My drinking
10 a.m.
buddy.
party. Woo.
Katrin is honestly a bit suspicious and is not actually eating or drinking anything because she sees that they're refilling and she does not feel okay with this.
Yeah, they do not mind your pets, Alucard. And Strum is hanging from the chandelier. Like,
Woo.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't believe I'm actually there yet.
oh, no, that's fair, that's fair. You have not arrived yet. They have just been sort of breaking the place in. How are you, Melikar, going to find them?
Oh, well, you see, I don't actually have to go that far when I'm invisible, so my plan was to shadow them and then actually do a drop along the way.
Okay, I was thinking you were going to meet up with them over at the Boros Brew House, and they weren't going to be there. But if you're just staying close by,
I mean, I think we've established that the Demir have drop points basically everywhere.
pretty much, yeah. So you
Yeah.
send up a little flare. It's the psychic flare that come and retrieve the message, and you make your way.
Yeah.
Following along behind them, arriving about now. After
Right.
it's really just starting to hit Strum and Cyrus and Krav that how much they've drank, and they are somewhat unfazed. Cyrus, would you roll a con for me?
Yeah. Also, DM, there was an ulterior motive to leaving the table. If you check your Discord DMs at some point, but
What?
con save. Yeah. Hang on a second.
I'm excited.
Oh my god.
That's a 20.
Oh my god.
We are good to go,
Yeah.
baby.
You guys you're each like 5 mugs deep and unfazed.
Feels good,
Oh.
man. Clap.
Come on, Russ.
And Malakar comes in with 3 cats, so like one on the ground and like he's holding one, and one's on his shoulder.
Oh, you weren't
Yeah.
kidding. You
Uh,
do have cats. Hey.
I hand. They're very friendly, and I hand one to Strom. And this is Rosie. He's
I know
they're
Rosie.
orange with like
What an
darker
Irish name
stripes,
you have.
and then that one on the ground. His name is Crunk. He's black, and he's got white socks and a few splotches of white on his face. And this is Dumbledore. He's a deluded Grey Tabby. And Saniva, why don't you say hi to Dumbledore?
And I'm like cuddled up and like I love it.
Wow. You
This is wonderful.
you like
Maybe
cats a
don't
lot.
notice as Cyrus slips back to the table, as they're all enamored with Malakar's cats.
I was just taking a leak anyway. I wouldn't worry about it.
I love it. I'm like feeding bacon to Dumbledore.
Kron
That's,
gives another
very-
hearty back pat that she usually does to Cyrus. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, we're here.
With a mug up. Yeah.
clink
well,
mugs,
you know,
clink mugs.
yeah.
clink.
Wait. I'd like to, as there everyone's petting a cat of some sort. I'd like to make a toast. And Malakar, welcome back. Here's to the firm zone.
Let me get a coffee first.
To the firm
yeah.
zone.
Here's to the firm zone. Successfully keeping the district from destruction and furthering our respective careers and each of our factions. Here's to y'all.
Hear ye, hear ye.
There you go. We lived. I had
We
to pour
did
new
a
drink for it.
survive.
We did a survive.
We did a survive.
You know, it was a little dicey there. I wasn't sure if we were going to make it out alive.
Yeah,
But
you
I'm
know,
really glad we did.
it felt like a lot of dice were being thrown around, and it was really like we were up some and we were down some, and some of the rolls were really good and some of the rolls were really bad.
Cyrus, say it was dicey?
Could you?
Yeah.
Cyrus, could you teach me how to play dice? I've never actually properly played.
Oh shoot.
Crab nods. Crab nods a lot.
All right. Well, so this game's called Planeswalker. All right. Now you take 4 of these D6 right here, the 6-sided die, and he pulls out some dice, and the each of the ones is like a skull, and then up to like the pips are all skull shaped. It's like, now
That's
I got
morbid.
this. Yeah. Well, where did I get these? So, you know, in my line of work, some people are grave robbers. I robbed a grave robber who was grave robbing, and he had a little bit of a morbid set of dice, and I took a shine to them. Well, black and gold they are, and anyway, you know what? You roll these, and the basics of it is whoever has the highest number wins. Now, there are some caveats to this. You roll 3 6s and a 1, you automatically win. You roll 3 1s and a 6, you automatically lose. Does that make sense?
Remind me when we play.
All right. It's pretty simple now. Here, you know what? I'll make the first roll, and we'll keep it easy. I'll put I forget what a silver piece is named, but I put a silver piece down on the table.
It's a 10
I don't
zenny.
think there's silver.
Zenny and Zeno.
Zenny?
There,
Oh,
it is
okay.
a silver piece referred to as a 10 zenny.
A 10 zenny. All right, I put a 10 zenny down.
I put one
And-
in too.
Now, see,
I put one in
I'm gonna
two.
roll this to find out if we get all of the rolls. If I roll 46, oh, is it not slash roll? What is the roll?
You can just grab the D6 and then you can just like pick 4.
Wait, you can pick up
Right-
4.
Like the D6.
Yes. If you
Pick it up and then right click.
if you right click the dice that you've picked up, it'll multiply it.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Mercy grounds.
Whoa.
Wow.
Now, see, I rolled
I
a
would-
16. Now that's a pretty good roll. See those 3 5s and a 1. Now, if those 5s had all been 6s, I would have automatically lost. But right now, I'm sitting pretty.
The street fight's been
Okay.
6, so you know I actually won.
I'll
Oh wait,
roll
that's
my
right. 6s and a
dice.
1. Thank you, DM, for knowing my game that I just made up.
Oh, almost. I almost got as good as you. I think.
These drunk people are really good at math.
Numbers, numbers. Yeah.
Now it looks like everyone's got a pretty good roll here, but it looks like I take the pot, so I'll just be
Never mind.
scrapping
Glug, glug,
that
Okay.
coin again. All right, son of a. All right, fine. Now we'll play for real pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, she put down a Zeno.
5
She put
gold.
down a Zeno.
Oh.
Strum's got more money than sense. He puts 5 in.
I'm gonna put
Strum,
a gem in there.
I'll match. Well, I don't know how much that's worth, but sure, we'll play for that. That's even. Strum, you made the bet. You roll first.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well rolled. All right. I'll drop mine on the table here. That's pretty good right there.
Dang it. I need more ale.
Well, it's luck based, right? And sometimes I'm just real lucky, and other times I'm very unlucky. But I'll take the pot again. Pocket.
Crab holds her hand out to look at those dice.
Strum was also going to drunkenly investigate the dice.
Yeah, give me. I want those dice.
I'm
Give
not.
me.
Streamed for these dice.
Crab wants to test these dice.
I'm just knocking them
Yeah,
over
go
with
for
my
Yeah,
big green finger.
Crab's
They're-
gonna roll Cyrus's dice.
Yeah. Roll them up.
That's a high number.
Are you unsatisfied with my dice? Now,
We
we're all
don't
rolling the same dice. I don't understand what the issue is.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, we've been rolling the same. I don't know why we got very suspicious about the dice.
You're all rolling the
What
same thing.
happens when you
You
drink
have a-
people?
Yeah, you have all been kind of knocking them back pretty quick because
Crumb!
we are like 11 in the morning and we still have to go and speak to our guild bosses, so maybe we should eat some more meat. Let it like soak up the beer.
You guys are about 6 in at this point. I need another constitution save.
Okay.
Another.
Oh boy.
Man, it's really gonna hope ours would carry over.
Woo! Even with no pluses or anything, an 18.
Oh, I'm down.
Oh!
Strong still standing, but cheers.
Cyrus, you are what I would call a level 2 inebriated. You are no longer below the legal limit.
I skipped level 1 inebriation? Well, that feels bad.
No driving wagons today, Cyrus.
Level 1 inebriation means you are maintaining it. You're a level 2 inebriation.
Okay.
You know when you're at a party and you're getting that beer and you're kind of nursing it and people are kind of making fun of you because your beer is getting warm? That's a level 1 right there. You know, you got a light buzz. You're good. Level 2 means you're no longer okay to drive. Level 3, you're no longer okay to walk. Level 4, you're done. You're going to sleep. You're finding a place to sleep in your own vomit.
Okay. Good to know. All right, and I'm just, feeling pretty good.
Let's go meet our guild masters.
Oh yes, I've got to
Oh,
show
yeah.
him this cat.
Maybe we should wait for a little bit before we go
I
and
heard
do
it
that.
tell you. What did chat do?
We got some cheer.
We got some bits.
Yeah,
Sprinkling
some
some
bits.
bits.
I like this. Did we make our 20 tweets yet?
We
No.
haven't.
I
No.
don't believe so.
Oh, let's see. Let's take a look-see. Retweet
No.
that tweet, folks.
Retweet
I don't
it.
see,
You get
I don't
dice.
see the indicator on the
Speed it up.
Okay, so after you guys have had a good hearty party, it's early afternoon at this point, a couple hours. You've got some good dicing in. Cyrus, are those made from wrist bones? Is that what those were? That's a pretty cool description. I like that. Take some inspiration for
hey,
running
thanks.
a game.
Corey, actually, I'm gonna have to leave with the cats before an hour passes because they only last an hour.
Oh, yeah.
What did I do?
Suddenly, a few of you just have a cold laugh.
So yeah, I do take off and be like, I need a nap. I'm falling asleep at the table. So I down the rest of my coffee. And I come on, Dumbledore, come on, Kronk, come on, Rosie. Time to go home.
I give Dumbledore a big kiss and I go, I will talk to you again soon, my friend.
Strum just starts
Right.
crying.
I get to decide what they do, so he kind of waves bye to Saniva.
Oh.
Strum is crying his eyes out because you've taken a cat away from him whilst he's very drunk.
That sounds on brand.
Crom gently
Malaco just
taps
ruffles Strum's
Strum
mouth.
back.
To make Strum feel better, Katrin says, if you're not weird about it, I can change into a cat, but you can't be weird about it.
I mean, I'm just gonna fluff your face and just be like, you're so cute.
That sounds
Good
amazing.
to me.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I turn into a cat.
He's a Catron!
I am Katrin now.
That's Geneva. That's hilarious. Oh, no, little cat.
And she is an extraordinarily fluffy like a fluffy, like white and off-white tabby cat.
I
like it.
The more I try, the more unexplainably I decide you can't understand what I'm saying.
Is that some dialect of goblins that I do not know?
Jesus,
I think we've reached maximum Katrun, by the way.
Yeah.
Katrun is at the pinnacle of herself right now.
No, she just has to start running. 'Cause then she'll be a running Katrin. A running cat Katrin. Sorry, I had to.
Is it bedtime, ladies and gentlemen?
I mean, it is not even lunchtime yet, but maybe it is going to take like an actual proper rest in like some real beds before we go and go see our guild masters.
No, we should just do it and then rest afterwards. And I'm feeling pretty spry.
Geneva just like gestures at Strom. Also,
like
Malika is
drunkenly
not
nods,
here.
like, let's go.
Also, so
Well,
Malika is not here, and honestly, I don't know if I know that I at least cannot explain what was wrong with all of that glowy stuff very well to our guild masters. If somebody else can, please.
Yeah, it's super easy.
Right. Let's go.
Real easy. We got this. We're
Yeah, speaking of which, I think before Malika left, he'd probably arrange a time to meet up with y'all to talk to our guild contacts.
Oh, do you want to rewind a little?
If that's okay with the people at large. Hey,
Works for
we're
me.
gonna meet up with them at 6 p.m.
Well, that gives us a few hours to rest, or keep drinking if that is what you all want to do. I figure it just means they will fall asleep faster if they keep going, and then I don't know.
yeah.
Krav wants to keep gambling.
All right. Well, so Krav, you want to keep playing dice?
Aye.
Well, let's stop taking each other's money and see if we can't find someone to take money from.
I have 3 gem. I do not need. Let's just go.
No, you just want to roll the dice? Is that all? You just want to roll dice? Here, hold them. Here you go. Roll them up.
Just
keep
like
rolling.
drunk and like rolling them over and over.
I don't. Yeah, you
Yay,
You've done it. I'm thoroughly impressed with your skills with dice.
Okay.
So daft. I love it.
After you ate your fill and drank your fill 3 times over, you have exhausted your desire to sit here idly and do nothing but indulge. So the rest of the inn does appear, well, not the inn, the notorious nightclub around you does appear to be somewhat it's darkened. It seems much darker than it would be in a normal eatery during the day. The torches are burning low, but the rest of the patrons are fitfully snoozing and moving around and whatnot. And you're noticing that there are quite a few more patrons than there were before, and they're setting up for something. You're not really sure what, but there's a lot of people moving about that aren't patrons.
Why is there sirens? What's going on? We're all
I'm sorry. outside my house.
I know.
The police station's right next down
It
the
was
street.
it was just perfectly timed. It was great. I loved it.
We'll be leaving soon. It's
We're gonna get rolled.
What did you do?
Rob says hide the weed. Hide the weed.
No, not again. The look of the Irish.
You keep saying Irish, Ireland, and all this.
Oh,
jazz.
yes,
What are you talking about?
It's all a dialect of goblin.
Is that right?
You got the Irish goblins and then you got the regular goblins. I'm
Now-
part of the Irish clan.
You see, I speak Goblin some, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
hadn't heard that before.
Yeah, this is news to me, but
I
this is
mean-
fascinating.
Actually, in all fairness, I say it's a dialect. It's something me and my brothers came up with. We kind of just had a bit of fun creating our own language when we were little loons. And
Oh,
we had
that's
some
what's
fun
so
with it.
sweet. Are you still very close with your brothers?
Oh, yeah, I am. Yeah, fine, I'm great. Never have I sounded more Irish than going, it's fine. It's all right. Yeah, they're all doing their own thing. Still in is it? I'm the only one getting out at the moment.
Hey,
So, DM, how many of us notice the change in clientele of the notorious nightclub?
Are we in a brothel?
I feel like Catherine would know because she's not drinking.
She's also super perceptive, so I feel like
Strum's not into it.
Brothel?
I wouldn't say it's I wouldn't say that it's a.
If I see one person taking their clothes off, I'm out of here.
Woo!
No, I'm not. I'm out. God damn it, Graf.
It looks like there is something being set up. Can we tell what sort of occasion is going on? Is it like a holiday or some kind of a show or performance?
Yep. Any clues as to what?
Yeah,
it could
so there is a rather scantily clad woman, human female, walking down one of the aisles between the tables. She's
No.
carrying a wheel of some form, just rolling it along in front of her. It has candles sticking out one side, almost like it's a chandelier or some form, but it it has a mechanism for spinning in the center of the hub, like a wheel. There are, it's like they're setting up a band performance up on the stage. But haven't really started doing anything yet. You can see there these big Minotaur gentlemen are carrying in these massive kettle drums, and there are these massive frames, are maybe 15 feet long, with shackles hanging from them that they're like sort of marching in along the north wall. And you can see these brazier pits that they're sort of pulling up from out of the floor. And the curtains are being drawn, which is why it's getting dimmer in here.
I'm sorry, I
Prom
missed like
game.
all of the description because my internet sucks and I have no idea what you said.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Eris. It's a medieval smokehouse. It's a Viking long tent, long cabin.
oh, we're getting real then. Okay.
With hot dudes and hot women! Woo! I'm really drunk, let's do it!
Strum goes over and lingers by the people who are clearly playing music, and he gets out his electric lute. He's kind of curious. He's waiting for it. He's kind of going,
Rob looks
Okay.
over at Cyrus like,
As you're watching, you hear this sort of ratcheting sound from above, and you see these massive iron steel cages being lowered from the ceiling, and these drawbridges being extended out to them.
Oh,
From
I don't
the
think I want to be here anymore.
This is
Now,
starting to get a little weird.
Nah, well, yes, but
Yeah, I think we should
feel like
go.
I've I've seen some of this over in that over with the Rakdos. I'm just saying it gets a little wild.
I'm kind of into
I
it.
don't. I don't
cages
see this.
tipping me
Cyrus,
off
roll
here.
perception for me.
Perception. Sure.
Inebriated perception.
So that's a
does
disadvantage.
that mean disadvantage?
That's exactly what that means. Yeah.
Okay. Man, I'm sure this is gonna go super well. Neat. That's a 12.
That's good enough. You, as you're looking around, as you start talking about the Rakdos, and things start to be clicking into place. This does look a little bit like a Rakdos den.
Yeah, I kind of figured this might end up this way as soon as it started getting real dark in here in the middle of the day. I don't know. They like weird stuff. Yeah, we should probably try to make our way out of here if y'all don't want to see the festivities. Well, now,
Right.
Krav, I'm not saying everyone needs to go. I'm just saying it's about to get weird in here. If you don't like weird, step outside.
Kind of
Yeah,
weird.
like,
we see all weirdness.
when you
We see
mention-
weirdness where we just were.
Yeah, this isn't weird
not
like
get
bashing in heads weird. This is weird like potential blood sacrifices weird or like
Oh, okay, I'm out.
Strum wanders
Yeah,
off
like
again.
the moment the Rakdos were mentioned, like the color in Suneva's face is like gone, and they're
I
just
thought they
like,
were just gonna have a rock music party or something. Blood sacrifices I'm not into. Boy,
no, I can't stay for this. I can't.
now I'm just putting it out the strum. The music will be good. I'm gonna say that, but yeah,
Why
No,
must you
what happens-
conflict my emotions like this, Cyrus? You
because
just-
I don't lie to my friends.
Cyrus,
Yes.
how many of these have you been to? You know so much.
I don't count so hot, but well, a couple. Like I said, I've spent some time around.
So how many times were you the blood sacrifice?
Oh, 3 that I know of.
What?
Sometimes unknowingly.
Cyrus,
Fun?
as you're looking around,
That
you
doesn't sound
recall
fun.
that the last time that you were one of these blood sacrifices, it was also because you ate of the meat and partook of the drink and waited around and didn't leave.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad this is coming to my inebriated brain. So hey y'all, this is just coming to me. I'm a little fuzzy. If you don't want a whole lot of your own blood spilled, we should go.
Okay, I'm in. I'm out. Let's go.
No, we
Bye-bye.
need to go. Suneva was like already on their feet. Like,
Yeah, I'm
let's-
pretty
come
sure
on.
most everyone's gone already. I just wanted to see how bad it got, and now that I've been clarified that it's gonna get bad.
Okay, time to go. Let's
Suneva
go.
was
We
just
gotta-
waiting to
Aw.
make sure everybody else was gonna get out. Like, okay, like.
You guys
It's
all
still not
sit-
clicking for Krav at all, but everyone else is leaving, so she's gonna leave too.
You're all sort of awkwardly making your apologies for the intrusions and thank yous for the lovely meals as you're
Appreciate
heading
it.
towards the door.
Maybe I'll
And
be back.
suddenly there's a few Minotaurs. They're looking at you with crossed arms and flexed muscles. And the bartender that brought you the meat before looks at you. Oh, newcomers, huh? Well, maybe we'll see you all next time.
Maybe. Actually, we'll
I'll be
see.
back.
Bad day.
I might
I
be
love
in next
you.
time.
But we've got more than enough for here tonight. Maybe next time.
That's auf Wiedersehen!
The Minotaurs at the door part and let you leave.
Oh, thank you. I love you both. Let's go. Woo!
You
Are we
make
going
your
to
way
another
back out
tavern?
into the bright afternoon. And as you're leaving, the realization that you're still hungry and still quite parched.
Oh, I hate magic.
Geneva
Walk
probably
your
like
dog.
dry retches, like straight up.
Yeah, well, that was an experience. Sorry about that. Didn't know that this was one of those kind of joints. How about
fun.
this? We go pick up some food from normal joint and get some water and maybe contact or go to our guild contacts and try to forget maybe some of the. Well, some of us will try to forget.
As you guys are kind of walking away, you see Katrin standing there, and she says, "Oh, would you like some mushrooms now?"
Yes.
Ooh, I'm in.
Actually, yeah, I'd
Yeah, what?
love some.
Scratch that. You guys aren't hungry. I like that too much.
Oh.
No, you guys are still stuffed and drunk. Hell with that.
Okay.
Well, I will still take some mushrooms though, just to make sure I have some, like, real food from the spirit of the world soul.
Do
I
they
don't
do
trust
that?
this place.
Do they do that like at midday every day? Is that what happens? Because it's
Who
still,
cares?
like
Well, I mean, it'll vary from place to place. Honestly, that could just be a morning ritual for them, or, if they're a little bit more discreet about how much bloodletting they're doing, once a month kind of thing. We just happen to get lucky.
ooh.
Huh.
Well,
Now, to be fair,
anyway.
I'm not super sure that this is legal on this side of town, so
Ooh.
maybe we'll make mention of that. Well, drugging your patrons and then letting their blood is not necessarily the best thing that you could do.
Okay, I understand now.
Oh,
Will he drugged? I mean, I feel fine. Otherwise, I
Let
know.
me put it this way: you provide enough free alcohol, anyone feels drugged.
Ooh.
But we paid.
It's true, yeah.
Did you pay for every flagon that you had? No, I don't think so.
Drunk would paid a lot of coin then when we first entered, though. I just sort of figured it was like one of those, like, you pay a lot
Have
up
you-
front and they just keep bringing it,
It's
Like
one of those
buffet.
things where you put a lot of gold down.
All right, I'm just
I
saying.
don't know. I have never been there, so it sounds like you might know better how they work.
Tea?
Let's just let it be for now. I think we're
Let's
out of
go
there.
meet our contacts. Yay! Ooh.
Yeah, Strum seems fit for duty, so let's
Let's go see them shit
Let's
faced.
talk to officials in our guilds whilst being fucking hammered.
Well, didn't we make a plan with Malakar for later?
That's true. Bye.
What time is it now? How long were we in there? Is this like some casino stuff where there's like no lights so we don't know how much time passed? What's going on?
It's a casino. We've never been
There's
to
no
one.
there's no hour candles or anything in the place. I don't know what.
As you're,
in the
you're
night.
making your way back towards the other side of town, Malakar steps out from an alley in front of everyone.
Ah, Jesus Christ! Antibiotics, Jesus.
You're so good
Howdy.
at that. Just like, whew, there you are.
Yeah, I grew up in that city, right around here, so I know all the back alleys and ways to get around nice and quick.
Oh, really? That is
But
neat.
how did you know where to find us, though?
Oh, that was just luck. I just figured you'd probably be heading towards the meeting point from the place, and I was heading back towards the bar, and you'll happen to run into you along the way.
Did you know that was the Rakdos Den?
Oh yeah, totally. That place is great. Used to go there on
No, it was horrible.
Yes, no, yeah. Jesus.
I love Malakar so much.
Geneva just like doesn't know what to believe about anything anymore.
Can I come with you next time?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I get to meet up. I have a cousin. I spend a lot of time with him around Rakdos, and
Cousin.
not so much anymore. I kind of, I'm a little older, and it's just so much energy. It makes me feel old, But I can go again, show you the ropes.
Oh,
Fun.
fuck it.
Oh, come on, Sneever. It's not that bad. Trust, when you get to know them, it's most
No,
most
that
of the
is
worst
okay.
stuff is just for show. It really most of the
No.
worst. Oh, okay, fine.
Theatrics, they call it. Theatrics.
Yeah, smoke and mirrors, and also like to be honest, a little bit of blood goes a long way. It's just
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
don't
always
think
a
about
little bit, but okay.
I have a lot to begin with. I could lose so
flashbacks to all of the blood. Describing it as a little does not sound accurate anymore.
I just love crumbs. I've got so much blood. It's fine.
I
Just
have
don't know
bodies
why.
full of blood. I
Just
Yeah,
need
sorry,
sugar cookie. It's all fine.
yeah.
Alright, so I
Juice box.
put my little furry babies away, and then ready for the day. I got a report started. He pulls out like a messed up sheet of papers.
Perfect.
Rakdos aftercare is the sugar cookies and juice boxes.
Oh,
Oh my god.
and blankets.
This is the quality content you come to watch us for.
Too real, man. Too real.
Okay, so
I want that T-shirt.
Rakdos aftercare.
Rakdos aftercare is the sugar cookies and juice boxes. And you can quote me on that.
Oh, we can make. I've got a T-shirt thing set up. Actually, I could probably put that together.
Let's just do
No
it.
create graphic for it. I'll put it out there.
That means I have to start playing Magic.
Dang.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Okay, so you make your way back across town, and though you're not really sure how to reacquaint all of your different contacts, when you do arrive back at the sort of cathedral location that you were at before, the pillars stretching very similar to said architecture, which is why it is my background. You descend the stairs into this lowered atrium area that is open to the sky. There are several doors exiting from the area and a stairwell on the far side. Waiting for you on the stairs on the far side is the groundskeeper that you met before. He's not really a groundskeeper, I apologize. He's more of a, well, he is a Vidalcan proctor dressed with them. In his long golden robes and his broad blue-faced nose, he stares at you in a very calm demeanor, and he says, "Friends, I am most humbled to see you once more."
Hello there, how are you, buddy? How's it going?
Krav extends a hand to shake, drunkenly.
was-
Sorry, Nazis. Sorry,
Just
Nazis. They're a
about to
little
say, we will
inebriated.
celebrate your victories, but it seems you have begun the festivities without us.
It's just actually,
I mean, really, we just needed something hot to eat after these, past couple of days. It has been a lot of work.
Certainly, we must all learn to let go of our inhibitions. When faced with such victories.
What those words mean.
Crow's a lot more
Krav
chatty
is
when she's
offended.
drunk.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. She's been waiting to get drunk, girl. Oh, she gets messy when she gets drunk. Oh,
I
girl.
love how serious you are right now. Oh, my
girl.
god.
Oh, honey. Honey.
Oh god, I needed this. This is good.
Oh my god.
Okay, that was a party, girl.
Anyway.
All right, so Nasius is he comes back and he looks down towards the rest of you from the stairs, and he says to you, "Very well, there is much we must discuss. But for now, let us rejoin the council, and you shall tell your tale, and when the story is told, we shall decide where to go next, what needs to be measured and weighed." And he,
How
with that,
much money we get?
he stops as he's climbing the stairs, and you can see the weight of everything fall upon him as his shoulders sag, and he turns and he looks one eye over his right shoulder and back at you. And he says, "There are more important things in this world than what you can hold in your hand."
Are we not getting paid? Is that what that means?
Now, I don't think our guild contacts even know what we've been up to. And if they haven't been really helpful about it. So...
If I don't get paid, and I don't like money very much.
I know.
Paid? Cyrus?
You remember I've been talking about this for the last 3 days, right? About how we're not getting paid.
I mean, I didn't think we'd get paid. I thought we'd get like appreciation and support moving forward.
I don't remember this. Shit.
Reputation.
I mean, I was just doing it to help the Celestia, yeah, I mean.
Well, I didn't get any paper.
Malaka's gonna reach out and poke the stone as it rotates around Sneeva's head and make it light again.
Ah!
God, that is...
While you're all discussing this, is disappeared into a doorway. You're not sure exactly which one he went through, but well, I take that back. Those of you who have a passive perception over 12 know which door he went through.
Even drunker. I'm fine.
Shortly after that, your guild contacts make their way into the room. In through the windowed ceiling, spiraling downward with a trail of golden brilliance, streams this black Pegasus with a small female wood elf riding on the back. You would recognize this, Katrun and Suniva, as being Fawn, the Celestia Equinaut.
Strum would like to drunkenly go forth and start petting the Pegasus.
Katrin would stop you. No, honey.
I think we have a new baby.
Yeah, Suniva stands like very, very proper.
Yeah.
Even though they're probably like still disgusting and just like sewer gunk and blood and like dirt.
You're all disgusting.
I mean, I prestidigitate some of you clean.
True.
I think that was at least a battle
Which one?
ago, though.
Yeah, fair enough.
And you know, I took a fireball to like the face before.
I healed you from that.
You did, but I don't think that prestidigitates at the same time.
From behind you comes walking Halamar, Biomancer of the Simic Combine.
I don't see him.
He comes striding confidently into the room, sort of clicking his suckers off of each other down the shoulders, as he has two tentacles that come off of his upper shoulders above his arms. Cyrus, it is good to see you.
Yeah. We should talk in a bit.
There will be time. There will be time. And he takes his place up at the top of the stairs next to Fawn. Stumble Duck. I mean, Dimble Dergel, the gnome blast seeker, comes bouncing energetically into the room, carrying his galvanic blaster. It's this Mizium construct cannon that he just, well, put my hands out here, sorry, that he's carrying, sort of, tiny little camera space. I feel like I'm zoomed in here. He comes charging in. It's got these hoses. He looks like a Ghostbuster with this thing in a jumpsuit and comes bouncing into the room. Stop! Malachar!
Hello there, buddy. How are you?
Yo.
I'm not sure what's dead.
We're fine. It's all right.
Well, I guess I could throw away those memorials then. All right. Okay.
I mean, I'll still take them off your hands if you got them, would you?
Yeah.
We're literally just forms for a eulogy. I mean,
Yeah, it's fine. I'll take them.
It's just got your name written into a blank spot on the top of it.
Great.
As that work, Malika's going to take out a paper clip and clip his report together and hand it.
Right. Perfect. I will file that right away. And he just sort of like jams it haphazardly into a pouch.
And I
didn't
give
even bother to roll it
Siren
up.
side eye.
Oh.
I have no idea what's going on around here. Anyway, how are you, buddy? How's your day been?
Were you
Probably
talking
better than
to?
ours.
Yeah. I'm drunkenly. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Hold on.
Oh, okay, cool.
Very
All right
officious.
then.
Very officious. You must.
Yeah,
The ceremony. And he makes his way up to the top of the stairs, marching very somberly to the top of the stairs. And he turns around, and he puts his galvanic blast seeker at parade rest in front of him. It sort of stands as a soldier, and slowly in from the right side of the room comes a rather serene-looking goblin woman of middling age, about 27 years old. She looks about as serious as a goblin can, and she comes in. You would recognize her, Krav, as being Stixel, the goblin druid of the old ways. From the
My
Grove
girl.
Point. She comes up. She sort of taps her staff against your hoof.
Ugh.
Looks up at you as you look down, and it's a long ways between the two of you. And she just says, "You've done well. You may yet prove yourself one with the path. We shall talk more." And she makes her way
Okay.
to the top of the stairs and turns around.
Bye. Okay.
Now Net comes back into the room from behind the podium, or from behind the stairs, walking up from the far side of them. And he stands in and he says, "There has been much unrest in our city. There have been deaths, there have been disappearances, there have been power outages and havoc. There was a riot in the Smelters Quarter not far from here. There have been many losses in the city streets in your absence, and we had feared you lost, and we have sent 2 parties since you have left, and they have not yet returned. I fear that there may be something worse happening here. But for now, we shall celebrate your victories and your return. Thank you very much for your services. And on the behalf of our absent leader, Jace is here with us in spirit, if not in body, I'm sure. Jace is a very busy man, and he is with much higher priorities at the moment, I'm afraid. But we would bestow upon you the renown of your respective guilds. And with the full backing of negotiations we have made with this party for this cross-guild functional team, you have been very effective. Rewards are yours for the asking. What is it that you would have? And with that, comes marching in from the left side of the chamber 4 goblins, carrying and struggling under the weight of a chest. Falling out of it are gold and riches that you have not seen before.
No.
These are the spoils recovered. You could have your pick from them. You could take it all. Or it could be used to save the city, and you could be heroes. But the choice must always be with you.
Well, I know what I want.
I know what I want.
I'm sorry. I think I'm missing something here. You knew about all of this and didn't, I don't know, tell us, let us know anything, let us be led around by a small goblin, which, by the way, is now a Category 2, whatever the hell that I can't remember the name of, and he's still down there, so if y'all want to go fix that one, I ain't paying for that.
Yeah.
You knew. You sent other parties. We saw no sign, hide nor tail, of anyone else down there. Can I make an insight check, DM, on them lying about all of this happening?
Well, I think there's 2 things that are going on here real quick. Joel, one, I started reading without narrating for you to have filled them in on all of the stories of everything that you've been through. And 2, no, you would not have encountered the other parties that they had sent. So, yes, you could absolutely roll. But I would like to begin the recap. This is sort of the prompt for you to be able to recap what you have done to justify your rewards to this council.
We have to justify?
I mean, I know what I want.
I
Well,
think the
we did say-
justification is that this place isn't dust.
I mean,
Pretty good.
that is what we tell them, Krav. Yes, in fact, there was an Arclight meltdown that we avoided that would have exploded the city.
Yeah, we did all that shit.
Oh. Yeah, there was a crawl infestation or 2 or several there. There was also an infestation of magic sucking bugs. Those things were nasty buggers, I tell you what. I don't even know how they do that.
I would like to express the unified opinion of the group when I say ew bugs.
Ew bugs.
Starbucks.
And
I can't
Cyrus,
do these.
Yeah.
That's all in character.
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Cyrus looks up at Halamar and goes, and distinct evidence of Simic technology in use.
Oh yeah, that's how the goblin turned into whatchamacallit there.
Category 2 hurricane or something or another.
We did also manage to recover all of the keys that were needed to get through to the system, so that if anybody else needs to go in there, they will be able to.
Oh, but you got to make sure you have all 5 keys to come out because,
Yeah.
whoo, boy, if you don't, then you're just stuck in there, huh? That's a little
Kind of
bit
a
of a
bad loop.
security risk, don't you think?
Yeah, you think
It's a
so.
safety problem.
In light of
Oh, I'm not done. I'm not done. We were doing probably 17 other people's jobs for them by fixing this thing too. Not just that, none of us knew how to do that. We've all now learned and do better job than anyone that has been assigned to that. And I think that demands, at least on top of whatever reward, the pay that they would have gotten for working in Hazard.
It's
That is
also worth noting.
Cyrus, I applaud you.
It's also worth noting that there's like an entire sea of machinery and mechanical stuff and things that are like puzzle. Well, seriously, there needs to be user manuals and instructions posted places, and there needs to be dozens of workers down there. And this should be a work site, not a place where you go to die.
Does Ravnica have OSHA? Because I feel like there's plenty of violations down there.
There's definitely some OSHA violations. First of all, the sign has to be up.
Yeah.
We need. It's Gosha because you've got to add the term guild pact in front of it, and then it's
Oh,
gold.
yes.
There we go.
Yep. Or
Rob is flexing to add intimidation.
Ravnica Occupational Safety, Health, and Administration. Yeah, it seems like it would definitely be given to the Azette, though. No.
That's the problem.
Oh,
There's more
wait,
stories.
and like, what was the giant electrical creature that was down there for some reason? And then, like a fallen angel guy that killed one of our friends.
But he was, I don't know, trapped by
Turned
something.
her straight to ash.
Cyrus.
Someone had rewired the entire energy matrix of the black zone to flux energy the wrong direction, which caused the flux charger and was going to blow up, the city.
So it must have been
That's
something
what-
that was intentional, yeah?
Looked at Alakar
7 things?
with this horrified look on his face. What do you mean? What do you mean they rewired the entire... You can't do that.
Not easily.
But you can.
We are
But
facing
if
a
you were-
coordinated.
Hold on. If you were to do this and then you were to turn that around and then you were to... It might be possible.
Yeah, and then you reverse the polarity of the counter neutrons
Yeah.
perpendicular.
Blow
Yeah,
up.
exactly. What was that?
Well,
Where
we
did the cell go?
Into a flux charger.
That's brilliant.
It's also
Wait a minute.
devastating. Can we stop admiring the madmen?
No?
Okay, fine. Yeah, fine. Go ahead. I don't mind that much.
Something battery, something TLDR for all the rest of ya. There you go.
Oh, come on, Strum. This is very highly interesting. They could use the edification.
I'm just here to translate for everyone else at this point. That's me job.
You're getting pretty sober.
Kinda getting there. I need more breakfast ale.
It was quite a balk.
Yeah, sobered me up a tad.
Friends, it has...
If you could just stay there, though, that would be really helpful. It's very hard to hold you back. You're a squirmy bugger.
But I still want to touch the Pegasus. It's so cute.
But you really couldn't. That's a creature with wants and feelings, just like you, and he probably doesn't want to be touched.
No, but
Looks
I
like it
enjoy a
just
good
comes
pet
down
sometimes.
with paw on her back and nuzzles up against Strum.
Just be careful. I
Squishing
saw
its
this guy
tail.
lick a cat earlier today. Like, just
Yeah.
be
I
careful.
didn't lick the cat. I nuzzled him and went boo 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 boo. And I do the same with
Like
the
this.
Pegasus.
A once noble beast
I just want to
shuffles back up the stairs, somewhat
yeah.
worse for the wear, with goblin drool all over it.
Alright.
Okay,
So,
so after recounting your deeds and telling your stories of everything that has happened below the city up to this point, Nastius nods with interest, listening intently and asking questions periodically. You do win them over. This has been quite a terrifying debacle, and perhaps a bit more than they originally sent you in to do. Some look pleased at you taking the initiative, while others look somewhat disappointed that you had not consulted them before taking the initiative. Others still irritated.
We did mention that you had to have all 5 rings to get out of there.
Did we also not mention that it could have exploded at any given time, and the fact that we had gone at all? We're not checking in? Are you kidding?
Nastius
I want out.
Nastius waves over to the goblins, and they all stand up. They stand up and pick up the entire chest and bring it over and place it before you. In light of this, you have warranted the full measure and gratitude of the city, and you shall be afforded the full benefits. A job well done, and there will be more to come. For there is no greater reward than more work.
Not that I'm entirely disagreeing, just mostly disagreeing, because I would really like one of those fancy Zet museum apparati.
I also would like to donate my section to help progress my studies within the Izzet Guild as well, please. I would much appreciate that.
And get that man a flamethrower.
I want a flamethrower and some kind of amplification device for my musical thing. Just there we go.
See, it's not loud enough yet.
No, it needs to get louder.
Dimble looks at you, kind of like this side eye for a moment. Yeah, I think you have earned it. Yeah, okay. Museum device, yeah. Flamethrower, check. You got it. We can make this happen, especially when you're working for the guild.
Fuck yeah! It's party.
Oh, there are children around, Strum.
Frick yeah! Let's party.
Oh, wait, you're not talking about me.
No, you can join. More the merrier. Let's have some fun. Let's go nuts. Tear off the roof and all that jazz.
Looks up.
Sure you're not Rakdos?
Ah, well, half the job's already done.
Okay. So, as reward, the party
you know-
does receive. Katrine.
I didn't actually want any money. If I could just have like use of a warehouse, that's all I really want.
She's gonna make a grow house.
Painter.
You don't know Katrin at all.
I don't. It's weird.
say-
We've only talked like twice.
Perhaps your study should be furthered a little more before we grant you your own laboratory. But in the interim, I perhaps obtain for you a warehouse.
That's what I wanted. I don't want a laboratory. I want a warehouse, just an empty warehouse.
We can make that happen. I will, of course, need to stop in periodically to make sure that you are not doing any form of experimentation in there.
Well, I will be experimenting, but I don't think that you're worried about the kind of experimenting that I'm worried about, that I'm going to be doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I totally went to mushrooms and and herbalisms.
You guys, you don't know Katrin at all.
Anybody remember Session Zero?
Been
Anybody at
underground.
all? I think Nat remembers
Nope.
Session
It
Zero.
wasn't there.
Oh, it's true. I think I was the only one with RS for her Session Zero. So actually, I'm just being
yeah.
rude now.
Okay, perfect. So
Fine. Nobody's actually asking what she's doing, so that's cool.
It's her.
Yeah, it's privacy. Gosh.
It's her.
It's fine.
I don't want to spoil it. I know what it is now. I have it right here
okay,
in my notes.
well, so she does.
From the book.
So things mixed up over here. So Fawn looks down at you and says, just sort of nods. Doesn't really say much of anything other than just bounces her head in your direction and looks back at the back of Nastius's head.
Katrin looked happy.
So the party acquires 1,268 gold.
Oh, boy.
It's 145 platinum, 1,268 gold, and 257 silver.
Strum doesn't want to hold so much money. He's terrified of it.
I cannot possibly split that up.
Chest that's being carried by 4 other goblins. You know what happened?
Oh.
Are we
I'm
split
sure
that
Ravnica
gold?
has a bank. It'll be fine.
Is there a bank in Ravnica? Please indulge on magic law.
Nat, you're muted.
You're muted, Nat.
Ever heard of the Guild of Orzhov? There's a perfectly legitimate bank out there. Trust me.
Super legit.
FDIC insured. Insured. Okay, perfect. So there are. Well, you've already attained level 5, so you're not quite to level 6 yet. But you are. Are you muted again, Matt? I can't hear you.
I just didn't say anything.
Oh. You are not level 6
I like
yet.
I like to visually emote to show I'm engaged.
Yeah, I do the same.
So, well, you guys made it through the content that I had for today a little bit faster than anticipated. So where would you like to go now? Because we are into Season 2 run-up territory.
Oof.
Well, now that we've all gotten the administration taken care of, how about we actually go get some real food in a nice actual tavern?
More drinks! Let's go!
Yeah.
Should we actually head to the Boros Brew?
Can I get that fancy apparatus first? Because that thing's gonna be fun to play with.
Yes, you have achieved the rank 2 in your guild at this point.
Has Strum also?
Yay!
Does Strum get given his new toy?
Yes. So all of you can look into your guilds and find your guild level up toys.
Question: Would my flamethrower be basically the same size as Strum? Just the idea of him.
It is very, very large.
Ever see those little short guys with shotguns in Borderlands, and they fire it and they just fly backwards?
Oh yes, yeah. That's gonna be Strum. Okay, that's gonna be fun.
I'm just picturing a goblin with a freaking jetpack strapped onto the front of him. He's calling you a flamethrower. He's just thrusting him around the room. Oh, that's beautiful.
Well, that's a backup idea. If all else fails.
Well, if Dave can't
fly without
jetpack.
If Dave isn't nearby, I'll just pop into the air.
All right. So that puts you at renown 3.
Okay.
Those of you who are Zet are a Scorchbringer.
Or a researcher. There's 2 options.
Or a researcher, yes.
Oh, actually, that's a good question. I think I'd actually go more researcher than Scorchbringer because I want to get my amp. And I want to get the research behind it. So actually, I wouldn't get my flamethrower.
I mean, they did just say they're going to hand you a flamethrower anyway. I'm not sure it matters which one you pick.
Okay, I'll take the flamethrower then.
Siren, you are now a knight. I'm sorry. Wait, no, that's Orzhov. My bad.
That sounds right.
It is Orzhov.
That doesn't seem very Simic-y.
My bad. Wrong page.
This is the part where we all consult our books and PDFs.
Like I'm trying to find. I'm like, wait, I was like, where the hell?
Stuff.
Where is the Simic? Like, where is it?
I would
So I
also
tried
request-
to pull up my my PDF, and I can't do that and hear anything that's going on in this call at the same time. So I can't do
Oh
that.
no!
If anyone wants to tell me what I can get, that would be great.
I will do so in just a moment here. Cyrus, you are now a guardian.
Guardian.
Let's see, you volunteered to participate, but it's possible there was some pressure on you, blah, blah, blah. No. Right? Is that a rank? I think it's just a rank. No. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. You are... You could be either a luminary or a researcher.
Okay. I'm just gonna look it up because I don't know the difference.
I would also request, by the way, just in character, and also I love what you've just done there, Aras. It looks fantastic.
I was just going with what Bravo started.
Just turning dwarf mode. I love it. I would also request that we find a tavern that isn't maybe Rakdos nor Boros. I would try to find maybe a neutrals. Is there a neutral tavern nearby?
Yeah,
Something of that kind of
let's find a guildless tavern. They have to.
Yeah.
Like half of the people on Ravnica aren't gilded. There's got to be guildless taverns.
Sure. We could definitely go up to the Millennium Spire. Is that what it is? Fancy.
I mean, we got some money to throw now.
Yeah. On the secret ends of things, I am now an independent Demir agent.
Wait, I did want to ask. Is luminary correct?
Luminary?
It was luminary an option as because it says what I'm reading now says renowned 10.
Hold on.
Probably not.
And then researcher is not something that I can get. Oh wait, rank 1 and renown 10. Yeah, so... And the one that I could get is technician, but I'm technically unable to because I was a guardian. So I don't think I pick up anything.
That would be interesting.
Well, okay. So the luminary just says renown 10. It doesn't specify a rank at all. So I don't know what that means. Whereas some of them say rank 2 and renown 25.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Or
So
some
there's
just
like
say
a
renown
research-
50.
So there's like a research ladder, and then there's like, if you're not doing research, you're just a dude until you get
Yeah.
10 renown, I guess.
Okay.
And then you get like people to help you.
I guess this makes you a technician.
That's what I'm
That would
saying
be-
because it's spellcasting or pack magic feature, which is neither of which of what I took. Because I would not get technician because I took guardian originally, not spellcasting or pack magic.
I think the Simic Guild progression kind of discriminates against non-casters a little bit.
It seems accurate.
Yes, it does. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm good. I got nothing going on here.
Okay. As far as Celestia,
There we go.
That's us.
I don't know why it's so hard to find it in the Celestia one.
Page 89.
I'm looking at it. You've got.
We don't have like
Yeah.
rancor really.
Yeah. There's no rank.
Celestia are more free form.
It just cares about renown, yeah. So I'm pretty sure we can be Evangel, Votary, or Sagittar.
Yep.
I
Those
do
are
actually have
words that exist.
I am actually curious though, because I'm
Yo.
looking at it.
You're renowned 10 at this point.
Oh, are
Oh,
we?
we are? Shit.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah, I didn't know that. I was just assuming we went, because we didn't hit Renown 3 the last time we stopped by, so I just assumed we were still... Boop.
Oh,
Didn't
well then I do
have
get a
for
thing.
a while. Completed a lot of stuff.
Oh,
All right, well then I do
shit.
get a thing. Yeah, this stage is a whole lot.
Because you can't get the Mizium Charm until Renown 10, right? Or the
The
Mizium...
Mizium apparatus is renowned 3.
Is it? That's weird.
Yeah. Under researcher. Is that gives you things because they're like the builders.
Well, Renown 10 it is.
Excuse me a
And-
moment while I look at cool things.
We are ranked
Yeah,
1
that's so-
Renown 10.
Right now I'm like, oh, snap.
So much info.
I think I'm actually missing, like, the prerequisites for, like, the things that fit well.
Oh shit! So we can actually go supervisor or independent researcher within Is It? Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we can take care of the rest of this stuff off stream.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
And we just know that he's got
Agreed.
bogged down and all of that. Like the guilds are a lot of fun to get into and explore, and we're all going to have to figure out how that applies to our characters as we start to get into this further and further. But
I got one. What right now? Collector of secrets. I can, at the DM's discretion, learn things about people's past. And Malachar wants to crack that nut that is Cyrus. He wants to learn about the dark things about his past.
Ooh.
That's weird.
Ooh.
That's weird.
okay. So you're how are you going to go about that investigation? Does it give you any mechanics to use?
At the DM's discretion, you might also know or be able to find out a secret about a person or group who lives or operates in a neighborhood you're familiar with. The secret is typically a person's flaw or details about a dark episode in the group's past. Whatever it is, the secret is a weakness that can be used to manipulate the person or group to assist you or your associates.
Oh, that sounds like an NPC group, though.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm just also trying to add avenues for everyone to learn about Cyrus.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Maybe I'll squeeze it out of him.
Cute.
Wow, that sounds painful.
It does.
Let's not do that.
It does.
Yeah.
Shall we get a drink?
Another? Shoot, man. Yeah, all right.
Okay. So you are going to make your way back out into the city. Are you going back to the Rakdos place?
Oh yeah, totally.
No.
No.
Nope.
9.
But
I thought we said we were looking for a guildless place.
A
That's what I
neutral
thought.
place, yeah.
Aww.
All right. I suppose I can reskin a few things here and there.
A mutual zone. A neutral zone, even. Mutual? I mean, it works.
A mutual neutral zone.
A mutual.
Firm zone.
Neutral zone for
Mutually
the
neutral.
zone.
Jimmy is caught up with Strom at this point.
Cute.
Okay, so you make your way back out into the city, where you find yourselves sort of bar hopping, looking for that place where everybody knows your name, and trying to come across something that doesn't strike you as affiliated with any one particular guild. You ask around by word of mouth, so roll an investigation for me.
Who?
Anyone
Strum-
doing the investigating.
Guess I'll roll.
Strum's got a +9.
I got a
That's
26.
You can roll.
Pretty good. Wowee.
What are we rolling?
Investigation, trying to find a tavern that is not guild affiliated.
Ha! Nope.
Well,
Yeah, I
beat
think
me.
Phil's got this. He's actually a frequenter of this place. Some days, you just had too much of the
That's
Zet.
the highest roll I've ever had in D&D. Oh boy.
It's just like an average roll for that.
I rolled Arcana a lot down there. Let's be honest.
Playing to your strengths, it works. So, you find a nice little hole that's they've got good strong ale. They like their music fast. They like their women faster, and they like the building to come down around their heads.
Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, it's definitely one of them death metal joints.
Nice.
And, yeah, the walls are rattling a little bit. They've got these massive kettle drums just pounding away, but you can't hear it if you drink enough because their ale it doesn't lie. As you make your way in, there's a good crowd going. It's probably late afternoon, starting up the evening in here, and you can tell that the smelter sector is really just coming off a shift, and they like to party down until nightfall. So,
Corey,
work hard, play hard, right?
is there a stage in this place?
Place.
Then Strum would like to step upon it.
As Strum steps up onto the stage, the bouncer grabs you by the back of the neck and says, "You're not playing here tonight."
Yes,
Let him play! Let him play!
All right, but if you suck, we're gonna feed you to the beast.
Wow.
do this. Party time.
I know that guy!
I know that guy. I'm friends with the band.
Oh boy.
Oh, Malachar, that's awesome. Music suddenly goes quiet just as you shout this.
Yeah, the record changes.
See what?
It's a scratch.
Old TV tropes always please.
Okay. So Strum gets up on the bandstand and starts just pounding away.
Whilst I get really into the music, Strum would like to use his brand new tiara because it's now upon him, and basically send three beams of fire behind him just as he's playing, just to set that like boom.
Yes!
Okay. We're Ramstein now, boys.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Du hast it.
They're quite good.
All right. And so Strum is trying to tear down the building with his pure auditory glory and just really giving it to the crowd. They seem fairly engaged. Roll a performance for me.
Okay. It's a
Oh,
plus
God.
10.
Engaged. How engaged?
Yes!
Pretty engaged.
Done.
Yes. The cover's just gone up by about 5 zenny. So it'll be a nice haul from this evening. And as the evening progresses, the cover band, or the actual show, they come out and they join you for sets periodically.
Hell
and
yeah.
just- yeah. They know who the star is. They don't want to come. They don't want to follow this show. What are the rest of you doing while Strum is trying to make everyone deaf?
You know, it's
Counting
really
drinks and
hard.
Headbanging.
It's really hard to hear in here. I'm gonna get some air.
Do you want more
I'll-
beer?
Yeah, let me get one to go. Enjoy the show. Just, get a beer and walk outside and get some air, I guess.
Malachar is really chatting up an empty chair. It's just like a post off the side of the room. He's just like yakking away at it.
What?
So,
Wait, Cyrus
If I
walked out.
see Malachar talking to an empty chair, I will go over and probably try to talk to. Because obviously there's someone there. Or he's gone crazy and I want him to make him feel better.
Cat.
Rob,
Ow!
Are you okay?
You as well.
Say one more time.
Roll a perception check for me. For Krav and
Okay. Perception. Ka-chow.
Rolling a perception check?
Is it for anybody who's still inside, or?
it just happens to be where I'm imagining your characters to be at throughout the room.
Okay.
Woo.
Yeah, Sneeva's
Cyrus
probably
is-
like rooting.
Cyrus is
Sneeva's
texting
rooting.
your- Go ahead.
Sneeva's
we got
like
lag.
cheering for sorry. Sneeva's like cheering for Strum while he's like performing and is like probably dancing like very gracefully but also very badly.
Oh.
You know, like I got a high dex but no rhythm really. Like
Yeah, no, I was
Sounds like a
girl.
regular old metal gig.
She was a very, very hippie girl, and I took her to a corn show, and yeah, she totally
Yeah.
did the very hippie dance
Yeah,
at the
it's
metal show.
absolute
exactly what you're
like hippie like
The rest of the party is staring on with pain.
Malachar will use message to carry on a conversation with Katrun.
Okay.
It's getting kind of crowded in your head, Katrun. Honestly.
Oh, actually, that doesn't work if she doesn't let it work.
I mean, Katrun wouldn't try to block him out. Because he's friendly.
Hey. He's like, hey, Katrun.
Perception check from Katrun and Croft, please.
A what check?
Hey,
A perception.
Another
rolled
one?
it.
I'm sorry, I didn't even see it in the chat there. Okay. Krav. As Katrun is chatting with Malachar, it's not surprising that she didn't notice, but you would notice, Krav, you notice that somebody is trying to pick Cyrus's pocket. Or at least trying to set up for it. They haven't actually made the attempt yet. But you do see
No. No. Krav
that's gonna
is
be-
going
It's gonna
to.
be great.
I'm so
Krav is
excited.
gonna go clip clop march over there and grab that guy by the back of the collar, pick him up off the ground, and go, "What do you think you're doing?"
Oh, whoa,
So
crap, let's go. What's going on?
You turn around
Abort
to
mission.
see Krav holding this small elven fellow of
Well,
dark
hello.
hair, and you know him. You recognize him. In fact, it's Shine.
Oh, frick. Wait, here? That is... Krav, would you do me a favor? I know this one.
He was trying to take your money. You know. Okay, all right. And she's gonna plop him down.
No.
I would never try to steal from Cyrus. I've known Cyrus for years.
Shut up.
Krav, I do appreciate, and actually, if he ever does it again, grab him again. But you can put him down.
She's gonna put him down a little too hard, like.
Oh, Cyrus! You know, I would never steal from you. I would never do that. I mean, I was just about to reach up and pat you on the shoulder and say hello. I'm sorry.
Now, Shine. Yeah. Krav, if you don't mind, I'm gonna take a moment here and talk to my associate about the better parts of etiquette in crowded locations, especially with people who are well armed.
Oh, very
My
well armed.
She flexes out.
Very sorry. Very,
Well
very sorry.
Yeah.
Everybody's heard me say I'm sorry, right?
What?
You're going to be sorry you do that again.
I don't know what this means. What does this mean? Is that
Means
I
I'm
don't know
watching
that
you,
one.
you piece of shit.
okay with the language?
Oh, Krav, you're not wrong. I'm just, hang on now. Now, Krav, why don't you take this, Zinni, and go get yourself another drink, and I'll
Okay.
come catch up with you in a bit.
Do you wait for you to finish talking?
I'm turning to Shine. The hell are you doing here? In public?
You have too many eyes upon you, friend. When there were eyes upon you, we must leave. I must speak to you alone.
I'm trying to do that literally right now. You hear that? We're alone right now. You need to be elsewhere?
No, this will work. The room is quite loud.
Yeah.
And Strom's just like really emphasizes this point from the stage and just drowns out everybody.
Yeah, boy.
I have a thing. I'll DM it to you. I DM'd you a couple other things here, Corey, but this one is probably most relevant for this right now. It's the last thing.
So many secret messages.
Secrety things.
What is going on? Super secret, guys.
Question number 1. He slips them into your hand, and does so with a sleight of hand.
Oh no, that's totally separate. By the way, I don't know if that's that question number 1. That's not a thing that's holdable by hands. Just read the last one. That's a different question. Sorry, that's not for him. That's not for him.
Oh, okay.
It's just the last line because I think that might help.
Really
here.
confused and intrigued.
What's
Yeah.
happening? I'm so excited. I don't know why.
Things all
but
come
I
to a
am.
head very quickly here.
Sneeva's still just like rocking out. Oh man!
Secret time? Is it secret time?
They're just like texting each other back and forth.
I know that room.
It's a piece of a thing that I just got, and I think it's relevant for the situation.
Yes.
Either way, I ship it. It's fine.
All right.
Ship sail. Whatever it is, Jimmy ships it.
I ship it regardless.
Ship
Corey?
me, Jimmy. Ship me.
Okay. Yes. What about it?
What about?
Sure
I'd like to use it.
yes. Do so.
Yeah. Okay. So I speak to Shine's mind instead of out loud because it's super loud in here, and we're kind of alone over on this side of the bar, just sipping a drink, and maybe facing away from the group. Now, what in the Sam hells are you doing here?
You know, it's actually kind of funny you mention that because I was going to attempt to use, I think, the same thing to speak into this random person trying to mug Cyrus's mind.
Is that right? That's weird.
Yeah.
He's busy right now. You get a busy signal. It's odd. Wait a
Please
minute.
leave a message or call back later.
Just to see if
yeah.
it works.
This mine is unavailable at this time. Please try later.
Please call later.
The mind you have dialed is unavailable. Okay, so Shine looks back to you, kind of quirks an eyebrow at you. What? And he thinks back to you. What are you talking about? We set up a meet. We were supposed to meet here.
Oh, no. Cyrus would like to scan the room.
You're actively perceive. Okay, roll a perception
Oh, yeah.
for me.
I'm going to use my inspiration on this, by the way.
Ooh.
I'm going to use your natural one for you.
Are you heckin' kidding me? Well, then fine. Do I still spend it?
No, you don't.
That is
spend
that is the meanest thing I've ever
That
heard.
is vicious.
Are you kidding? Fine. All right. I don't see anyone.
It does not use your inspiration, but I am going to use your natural one.
That is.
Oh, that means there's shit going on.
There's totally shit going on. You can't see it.
Oh no.
Okay. So yeah, I
So you
scan the
have-
room. Don't see anything except for Strum killing it on stage right now. Okay. When was this set up? How?
You sent a message to me this morning.
Not. No. Yes, but not to meet. I got my orders from you.
You see as he sort of pulls up his jacket and he pulls a thread out of his head and hands it to you.
Does it look like mine? Are there
No.
differences?
He's
Okay.
handing you a pot. He's handing you a
Okay. All right. Well, I'd like to read it.
pot. Yeah, so
Discreetly.
as it goes into your hand, you feel a memory take hold in you, and you hear yourself
Son of a
passing a
bitch.
message to meet him here. You see in your mind's eye yourself speaking these words, but you don't have any memory of these actions.
DM, is there any role I could make to incite this against my knowledge of my own voice, or no? Is it too
Yeah,
perfect?
roll insight.
Okay. I'd like to use my inspiration on this roll, DM.
Roll it up.
18.
You suspect that there are some ways of going around this that are extremely nefarious with mind-altering magic. That is definitely you speaking.
Son of a bitch. Wait.
Your first thought was perhaps it was your brother,
Mm-hmm. That's where I went first anyway.
but it's not. That's actually you.
Where does Cyrus have a blank spot in his day?
You mean
Does he have
between
one?
and the the recounting of everything you've been doing and the long trip back up to the surface? You don't really recall having any blank spots,
Right. Okay.
except when you went to take a whiz.
Shit. Okay.
That's the only time you could have been. I mean, that's the only time you were alone.
Shine, where did you pick this up from?
I don't know. For obvious reasons of the network, I have no part in retrieving the messages. They are simply passed along.
Who handed it to you?
That, for obvious reasons of protection of the organization. I'm
Shine,
not
you're no help right now. But all you need to know is that this is me, but it wasn't me. And you should know well enough that this is a problem.
Yes, if we have an agent acting out of their own accord, that could very well be a problem. Perhaps we shall watch and see what happens.
Watch
But
and
as you
see.
might imagine, I cannot give you any further information. And you don't know me. I've not seen you. And with that, he turns about
location. Wait,
and walks away.
mentally, Cyrus is like, you'd think the guild leaders would pick. I feel like he should have enough experience to know that this was all a problem, but that's fine. Cyrus is absent-mindedly like fiddling with a dagger like at his belt nervously. This is a problem. This is not okay. He is going to step outside though for a moment because it's loud in here and he needs to think.
Krav, you return and find Cyrus gone. He just gave you a gold coin to go get a drink and disappeared on you. Totally just ditched you at the bar.
Wait, what?
Reminds me of
Okay, I'm
uni
gonna-
all over again.
I
Can
know.
I take a look? Do I roll an investigation for where he is? Krov's a little worried. And that's the T.
You could ask the bartender. Yeah, roll an investigation, see what occurs to you.
I have a -1 investigation. Well!
Wow!
Yes!
Solid.
So in your investigation attempt, you literally start looking for tracks on the floor. You look at the half-drank beer glass on the counter and realize that someone must have nabbed him and pulled him through a dimension door into another reality. He is gone without a trace.
Krav,
You
what's
should
wrong?
definitely drink his beer.
Yeah, Krov's gonna... Oh my god. Cyrus is gone.
What happened to him?
I don't know. She looks under a table.
Did he just leave or what?
I don't know. He's gone without a trace.
Okay.
There was a
Don't
guy. There was a
What
guy. What if he got kidnapped? Oh no.
Okay. Krav, calm
And I
down,
just
calm
let
down.
that happen. Oh no. It's
It's
my
okay.
fault. Oh.
It's okay. Krav, okay, I can help you find him. It'll be fine. I'm sure he's fine. I'm gonna use my museum apparatus to cast Locate Object and locate Cyrus's special dagger.
Noise.
I'm outside. I'm just like posted up.
Are you?
Where is he? Where is he?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
the moment.
You see?
You
Yeah.
guys going
Yeah, it's
outside
like-
looking for him?
Yeah, he's outside. Should we grab anyone else? If he got kidnapped, maybe we might need
With
backup.
just
to, like,
without
beat people up.
hesitation, she just is like snow plowing through people, and she opens the tavern door like, "Ah!"
Seneva,
Mosh
Citroen,
pit
Strong.
time! Yeah! Mosh pits! Woo!
Fuck, shit.
And Strum just inside
What?
the mosh pit, thinking that's what's going on.
She gives a big hearty barbarian Cyrus.
Cute.
Do I see him?
So to get out, do we make it
love that.
outside?
Do I go out?
Are we dimension doored away?
Are we? Do I see him standing outside now that I am outside?
Because
Then do we
if
get outside for the mosh pit?
heard an alarmed exclamation from a friend, they would have stopped dancing immediately and
Come on.
joined everyone.
What are you?
So is the entire
he
team
die?
gonna burst out the door thinking we need to rescue
Yeah.
Cyrus, and he's just gonna be
I
sitting there
kick
against
the
the wall?
door with my hoof, and I'm like, ha!
As you all burst outside, Cyrus is nowhere. He's not there.
Okay, but what did my locate object
Fuck. Shit!
do?
I did this.
What is the range on locate object?
1,000 feet?
Oh,
And it also gets blocked by running water or something. That might be
Is it
locate
really
creature.
running water?
Yeah, like
What a great
random
spell.
shit.
What a great spell.
it's like under an
Like
aqueduct.
A full moon when Mars is in retrograde.
You pick up nothing. He is straight up gone.
I'm just so I did detect him outside, and then as we make our way outside, it disappears. Is that correct?
He's gone.
I'm gonna wait a moment because I have a theory.
What is going on?
guys-
What happened?
Fuck. Wait.
Because I'm sorry, I was just listening to Strom's performance. What is going on?
Oh, well, you know, Cyrus just walked outside after he was talking to the guy at the bar. And, you know, I thought he was just going outside to get some air, so I didn't follow him or anything, but he just went outside. But he's not here anymore? Are you sure he's not just around the corner?
Now, if we
He's not
look
with-
around for some tracks
Okay,
or
so here's what I
anything-
know. I know his dagger is not within 1,000 feet of me right now.
Okay, I will start sniffing around to see if I can get a whiff of Cyrus.
And it was outside a moment ago. So
I would like to look for any tracks or anything if I can, as that we are outside. See if I see like people or something. Maybe he was taken somewhere.
As you step outside, Katrun, you smell the scent of Cyrus. Ish. It's very close to
Ish?
Cyrus. But not exact. And you smell it right where you are, but he's not there. He was here very recently.
Oh, well, he's just disappeared. Maybe someone poofed him.
What?
Cyrus didn't cast magic. It's hard to poof other people with magic.
Oh, I mean, I have a friend who can pop from one side of the studio to the other side of the studio and take someone with him. So, you know.
That kind of magic
Krov's
Those-
mad now.
doesn't go far enough.
She's very mad at herself.
I'm pretty sure there's other spells that have bigger effects, but I don't know any of those.
Yeah, they're potent, high, difficult magics.
Yeah.
Well, we need to do something. The more that we wait, the farther he could be being taken.
All right, you've got a point.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to end the episode.
No!
That makes like almost a hissy fit.
Gone.
I think I know what he did. I think I know what he did.
Gone.
Oh, Sam has guesses.
I'm out.
Suneva's freaking.
Jimmy is
Cyrus
a-
Elsvolt, transdimensional planeswalker, at your service.
He was Jace all along.
Fucking with you.
You left and didn't tell Krav. I am not going to be your friend anymore.
That
If it had been my decision, you know.
It's worth noting, Strum has zero idea what's going on. He's just rocking his bloody little heart out. You gave him a stage.
Leaves in the middle of your show, right?
We all
I don't
did.
think he even noticed.
So
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
My boy was heavy into the music. He has no idea. When he learns of what's going to happen, it's going to be interesting. Oh, poor little Strum.
No.
With that, we will come back next week, though, and we will find out what's going on with Cyrus and why he would just disappear like that very suddenly.
Shake my
And
head.
what is the meaning of this? Who the hell is Shine? Lots of stuff to find out next week. So, come back and join us. I want to say thank you to everybody out there for watching the show tonight. And thank you. You guys are an amazing cast. I don't think I have played at this level before, so you guys really did have me stepping up every game. Really enjoy gaming with you guys, and really enjoy being here on Encounter RP. So, with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Say thanks, and you guys want to just give a good big shout out there to any one thing. You guys got to shout. You got like maybe 2 minutes.
Don't forget to talk about the sponsors.
There is another sponsor. Thank you very much, Eris. We do have another sponsor tonight.
That's
And
more
we
important than what we're doing.
Forget us.
Well, we have a new sponsor that we haven't had before. Oops, that is definitely not the right link. There we go. Shadow Fusion Books is
Fusion.
is the link where you can find it. Shadowfusionbooks.com. After Collapse is a D20 based post-apocalyptic RPG in which you play survivors hunted by a machine menace. You face with adventure and the need to survive in a dangerous world, facing hostile technology, covetous human warlords, flashing pocket empires, and other hazards in the unexplored region of the old civilization. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. I'm definitely headed there right after the stream, actually, because that sounds good. I wish I would have read it before the stream, because I would have done it in the tunnel. So I definitely get it on the shout outs for the next stream. But
I will say, fun story. My final script for my university degree was actually a post-apocalyptic thing, so I'm actually very hyped and interested now. I appreciate this vibe.
dig it. I have not played enough post-apocalyptic. Dark Sun doesn't count.
Oh, sure it does.
Kinda. It's almost there.
There was an apocalypse. Or 3.
A couple. It happens.
Yeah.
Iron Heroes? Yeah, I played Iron Heroes too. Played a lot of Iron Heroes.
Iron Heroes. I've never heard of that one.
Mike Merle's game. Post-apocalyptic D&D. There's no healing magic. The gods have abandoned the world, and all healing is based more around dice pools, which actually made its way into 5e with short rest recovery. And then, so all of your damage reduction is based in your armor class. So fighters would reduce the incoming damage rather than relying on regaining hit points.
Interesting.
So there's no resurrections. It's dark. It's evil. It's hard.
I shall check that out after collapse. There we go.
All right, guys. The post-apocalyptic encounter.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, guys. Another great session. And we love you all, and we will see you all next Monday.
Bye.
Bye.